Resident Evil, Resident Evil, Resident Evil, Resident Evil, Resident Evil. Resident Evil, Resident Evil. It's a Resident Evil, Resident Evil. Hi. Welcome. How's it going? Lycans and gentlemen? Is that how I should be alerting everybody now? I don't know. Do you? I don't. It's Sarah. I see a Sarah, and for some goddamn reason, I see a Kick strobe. I'm stressed, Kick. I'm stressed. Though I appreciate your presence and your gifts as well. And a rum. Just us. Just the three of us. You and I, and you. Maybe. Kickstrobe says, hopefully I'll catch the stream when I get home. Hope you don't catch it when you get home, bro. Go play the game, man. I'm so I really want everyone to experience the game in the flesh. And a Zeke. Zeke. I deliberately put the word analysis today so that, because I feel like it's not going to, it's not going to be a very fun stream, but define fun, I guess, is the way that I'd say that, but it's not going to be a very playthrough stream, I guess. I did see the automaton requests. I'll play that in a second if I remember it. F is for friends who, it's true. I think thinking's really fun. That's one of my main hobbies. I love to think. It's funny because I think a lot of people followed me recently for my Chris Redfield meme. And then I finished the game and I have just not stopped talking for the past 4 days about everything. And I'm just and I'm like, hey, that's okay. Just be aware early. I'm one of those. Having thoughts and shit. Lots of them all the time. Also, I don't know what to put on this stream because I'm I think as soon as you start discussing politics, audiences are wait a minute, I tuned in for video games, and I'm wait, but that's always kind of been part of my stream, so I don't know. Who knows? Whatever. I'm going to turn on autofocus because I am struggling. Why do I look so washed out today? I don't know. Oh, the lights are off. Okay, 1 second. I started by streaming Detroit. That's a very good point. I completely signed over any potential of being an apolitical streamer when I started that game solely to rip it apart. Not to rip it apart, to give it a fair go, and then when I realized that it didn't deserve a fair go, rip it apart. Hello, Sassy Melody. 1 second. I see a sassy melody and I disappear. What's the sassiest melody you know? That's why the light was so odd. Hi, Ebony. It's a piece of cake to make a pretty cake. If the way is hazy. Oh, I'm still taking questions, by the way. I've gotten some really insightful questions. On the form. Man, I Feel Like a Woman by Shania Twain. I have beef with Shania Twain because one of her songs specifically, I have beef with her because one of her songs got my Resident Evil 1 VOD muted. So, if you're out there, Shania, if you're watching, Shania, hold on tight to that guitar, bitch. I'm coming for you. Anyway, it's okay. Sorry for my crimes. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my camera settings. Again. Chris table dances to Shania Twain and gets kicked out the club. Yeah. That's one of my oldest jokes on this stream. And yes, hi, Sassy. Analysis, really anything that comes to mind. I basically put that in the title because it's not going to be a clear playthrough. I'll probably stop and just talk about stuff at whatever time. Also, I have a form where I'm accepting questions. that people have like submitted from both the Discord server and from Twitter. So that's a thing that's happening. I should probably link that form unless one of my mods wants to. I think Sarah's at work. I think. Yes, Sarah's at work. Interesting. Yes. I'm struggling with my whatever. Doesn't matter. Who cares? It's fine. So, how's everybody? I was so keen before to start my stream, and I was like, I got all these thoughts and they are making such perfect sense. Hooray! And then I had a bowl of noodles, and then I was like, I want to sleep. I want to nap. And then now I'm here. Hi. We'll see what happens. I literally went outside and I lifted a weight. Not like weights, like one of the circle bits on the end of a weight. I lifted one of those and I did a bunch of squats, and I'm like, fucking perk up, bro. And then like, now I'm here. So, with a tea. Served to me by Dante. Is he there? Yes. It's fine. Okay, since I'm already late, I'm gonna quickly comment on Soul to Call. Hey, you guys, we're all buddies here. Sassy, are you new though? Your name is very similar to someone else's username, and I think I'm getting you confused. But hello. I just finished this game recently. Dante, it's true. You are new. Hi, this is probably not the best first impression. I'm just like, blah, 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 but we'll get into it. I kept replaying the game yesterday. To try and, just to play it. It's been a fun game. So I got a little further than last time I streamed, which was, I don't remember what I was playing last time. Look, it's been a blur since I finished this game. My life's in shambles, alright? I am in agony every single day. Thanks to you, Ethan Winters. Sorry. Ethan Winters. Silly goose. You silly little guy. Skinny little man. Something to listen to while in school. Hey, this will hopefully be educational to some degree, maybe. I don't know. Eat a piece of cake to make a pretty cake. Why is that song in my head? You gotta do your cooking by the book. No, you can't be lazy. Well, I don't even like that lazy town. Hi everybody, I'm commenting currently on Soul to Call. One of my just my favorite webcomic, really. I do this every Monday and Friday because I'm pedantic. I am both very lacking in any kind of structure and incredibly pedantic. It's a strange mix. I don't look into it. Doesn't matter. Oh, fuck's sake! Sorry, like fucking typo. Sorry, my bad. Okay. Alright, okay. And now I'm back from outer space. And I'm ready to start the game. You started the game and we're like somewhere in the village. Yeah. And I see Whimsy. That's a good name. Lazy Town has earworms. I only know that song. And yeah, I am singing the Little John version. That's why I don't continue past that line. Okay, so I got hobbyist. Oh, do you guys want to see my screenshots? This is my analysis, baby. Where are my screenshots? I discovered this last time, but I don't remember now. I can't recall. God damn it! Literally all my screenshots from last time were just like, Chris, boob, Chris, and that's it. It's next to DMC5. Oh, thank you. DMC, my only freaking, this one from DMC5. It's so mean. This freaking dead eyes. Okay. Anyway, and this one. It's artful, but it's It's sad. Oh, wait, no, wait. Weird sexy Dante. Hold on. Yeah. Here's my analysis, baby. Analyze that hip cock, baby. It's the hair swoosh. Yeah, the graffiti. I tried to place it meaningfully. Poor guy. And so village, I got Chris Booby, Chris Booby, Chris Booby, Chris Booby, Chris Booby, Chris. Chris. There he is. And here it is. Standard. Finish the game. I like seeing when I've gotten trophies as well, which is temporary measures, medium rare when I set that zombie on fire, up yours when I killed the sledgehammer, fish out of yuck, hunter when I killed that chicken that one time, got no strings on me. That sucked. Yeah, it's good. What a good game. I think my analysis brain just switched off. Never. Just kidding. Okay. We'll just continue with the game for like 5 minutes and then I'll get back to it. I think I'm in Castle Domitresque. Domitresque. How many questions have I got? 31! Goodness. That is, that's probably 10 more than I got last time. Oh, I don't go online. Basically, I went online for a minute and then I realized that I was much calmer and enjoying my life much more when I was just kind of exploding opinions online. So basically, I go on Twitter now on my own page. I eject my thoughts and then I come back and I just sit and ruminate. So that's how I'm going. Basically, I've learned that I like not to absorb too much information from anybody ever. So, yeah. I'm just comfy in my own brain, forming my own opinions. So, yes, that's my way. Especially, too, because I don't want to start being blasé and cavalier about very serious topics just because lots of people on Twitter treat things treat things like trivial concepts. So I don't want to fall into that pitfall of talking like I am perpetually online. Though I might be, I don't want to act like that. Not everything is an argument that I wish to be having with like randoms on the internet. So streaming is enough. Not to say that streaming is where I'm arguing. Yeah. Exactly. I like my little crew. So I'll have much more insightful things to say too if I just don't get bogged down by a majority of thought processes that happen online. And I also don't want to keep bringing up, especially because like the Heisenberg topic is very sensitive, and I actually had someone message me saying like, can you tag this, because this isn't just like, it's actually troubling to see whether I am standing up for them or not. The process, the conversation sucks. So I was like, yeah, I need to reel it in. No matter how like righteous I feel like I might be in my analysis, I need to be sensitive about the people who are actually affected by it. So in saying that, if I do say anything on the stream, sorry, if I do say anything on the stream, the conversations probably be a little bit more serious than usual. And I don't have the frame of what's the word? Having to joke as much like in my mainstream. So try and give due warning. The lore. Oh, I am big time on the themes of the game. Because I think they tie into the lore inherently, but again, I want to go shoot Lady D. That's where we're starting today. A morally correct thing to do. Okay. Where is she? Oh, it's phone call time. Oh shit. Hey, tall lady.
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony. I won't let you down. To hell with the ceremony!
She's so cool and horrible.
That man will pay for what he's done.
The way she staunches off too, bro. She could kill me in an instant. That's not an invitation. That's just a matter of fact. And I don't like that. I need to get buff. Wait, this is exactly the thought process that Chris went through. Saw something that could beat his ass and was like, Got incredibly muscular. Got his ass beat. Speaking of the smoke, I do like that, I just realized Heisenberg's a joke. Yeah. I do like too that as much as Heisenberg and Lady D hate each other, there are a lot of parallels between them. For example, the smoking. So I'm like, hey, you guys loathe each other, but you're kind of part of the same evil in the long run. That riffraff wouldn't know proper manners if they slapped him in the face. Thinking of that family makes me shudder to think I'm treated like a sister to those miscreants, blah, blah, blah. Why does she treat me the same as them? She gave me this castle, obedient daughters, everlasting life. Am I not her favorite? Am I not special? I need a drink. Am I not special? What am I hearing? Heisenberg's accent's like a off-British, and that's probably off-British American. That's because his voice actor's British, probably. Every time that guy does a voice, it sounds a little bit British, but it's fine with Heisenberg because he's like, everyone here is like vaguely European. So, vaguely Euro-American Capcom voice actor.
Rose, where are you?
Where are you? I'm gonna die, but that's okay. Because this is analysis stream. Yeah. One thing I noticed about Heisenberg, he always says Miranda, and I'm like, that's what happens when I am trying to say like words. I get that. Miranda. Mother Miranda. I'm a sock puppet. Wop, 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 wop. Okay, Ethan, ass kick hours.
There you
Oh shit, it's
All
right.
this for a child who isn't even here.
What the hell do...
You ungrateful, selfish wretch. You come into my house. You lay your filthy man hands on my daughters.
After she cut holes in my hands, after she threatened to eat me, the cognitive dissonance of these people, I swear to God.
And now you even try to steal my property.
Yes,
Damn.
I will piss in every goblet in your house.
While you can, because I will hunt you, and I will break you.
Go ahead, do your worst.
Go ahead, do your worst. Ethan like crying, puking a little bit. Good on him. Man hands. I have not seen the lingerie mod. Hi, Percy. Yeah, no, Ethan is very headstrong while crying vibes, which I really appreciate from him. He doesn't need to. He could just go. He could just say things that get him in less trouble, but he says the things that will get him thrown through walls and get his hands cut off. Because he's a defiant little shit, and I appreciate that about him. I appreciate Ethan Winters. Good man. He has integrity. He is not only going to defy these beasts, he's going to make sure they know that he hates their fucking guts. Wow, that would be an impressive bodysuit. Yeah, I also admire it. I like that he's got a screw you attitude while also seeming like perpetually scared. He's it's not like he's fearless and he's like full of fear and defiant. Very rad of him. Yes, very cash money of Ethan Winters. On a scale from bleh to swag, he is ultimate swaggeroni. That's what he has on his pizza. Hey, wait, I had questions. That's right. I spent all of like today and yesterday being like, guys, ask me questions, and I get to the game and I'm like, questions? Anyway, maybe I'll get out of this area first so that I can retain Ethan's hand. I got 1,000 lei. Very brave of him to yell fuck you while crying, yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, I forgot it. You know what I just had the realization about yesterday? No, I'll talk about that when I talk about Chris. When will I talk about Chris? Anytime, all the time, every time. I will get out of this section first. You know what I like about this section? Sorry for the beef Wellington on screen right now. What I like about this section is that you've opened so many doors at this stage that it's kind of like that false sense of security. Like, I'm just gonna open another door, easy. And she comes out of fucking nowhere. It's just so irritating. Like, it's so good. They actually did something similar in Resident Evil 2, where like after all of Resident Evil 1, when you've become used to the fact that the doors are a loading screen, in Resident Evil 2, they introduce like a zombie jump scare while a door is opening. So it's like they set the conventions and then they use them to scare you. That's a very cool thing about this, that they kind of did like a little version of here, which scared me first time. Oh. Is anyone hungry? I also want Nero and Ethan to be in the same room. Why? Anything to do with the... Nico could fix that.
Oh, shit! Like I'd let you get away.
Wife, you're so
You'll
right.
be sliced to ribbons
She's very pretty.
before you ever see that child.
She's very scary. Both? Oh, my right hand's unusable.
You will learn what it means to insult our fellow man.
Why are you grunting, Wolverine? God. Give me my hand back. Oh. Let me go. I wanna leave. Don't fucking kill me. Where is she? Oh, shite. I just want to get out of here real quick, and I'll answer a question as soon as I do.
Where do you think you're going?
Away. My right hand's unusable. Eat. Has to do this again? God. Hi. So, while we're here, let's ask a question. Answer a question. Where were we up to? Okay. Which of the female cast from the past games would you wish Capcom would revisit or focus on? Which has potential and where did it go? Which has potential and where did it just go? Fuck. And which one do you just want to see again? Okay. I want a Redfield game so bad. Like just Claire and Chris. Like really bad. I was just thinking about it this morning. I'm like, how have they not given us another freaking Redfield game after Code Veronica? There's so many opportunities and they'd be so good. At the same time, I love Jill a lot. And but the problem is with Jill that I don't like her canon story. And I'm hoping that with 3-make that they are like kind of rejigging her story, because I feel like she was big wasted in 5. Big waste. So I kind of omit 5 from my mind. I like bring back 5 insofar as like characterizing Chris, but when it comes to actually acknowledging what happened with Jill there, I just kind of blank it out. So the Jill in my mind stops at 3-make. And I hope that from there that Resident Evil brings her back in some sort of better capacity and unleashes the full potential, because there's a lot of stuff that Chris is doing now that Jill should also be naturally a part of, especially after 5. So I would be interested to see if Jill comes back in the next game. Chris tends to omit Claire from his life, but considering the events of this game and how his omitting people from his life turned out in this game, I would also like Claire to come back to see if they do anything about that. You know what I realized today? I could stream art. I've been wondering like, how am I gonna stream and then also do the comic that I want to do, which I have been like trying to draw today. Yeah, I could stream art. I could stream the actual comic and then talk about Resident Evil while I'm doing it. I forgot that I can stream art now. So remind me if I forget. But I also hate drawing comics and stuff on stream because I'm like, you get to see how long I struggle. Stream comic while chatting. Wow. But yeah, I realized that today. That would make more sense than me trying to play the game while also trying to think really hard. But drawing also takes brain. Yeah. Okay. Is my hand still here? It is. Okay, we get to do this again. So I would like a Redfield reunion game big time. However, I think if there is a Redfield reunion game, I am just ready for Chris to die now. I was expecting, everyone was like, is he gonna die during this game? And then he didn't. Spoilers. You guys all know this is a spoiler stream. Or did he? Who knows? Wellies!
Ah, shit!
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
You'll
I
be
can't do it.
sliced to ribbons before you
I
ever
will see that shot. I love her voice. You look ready to perform
You will learn what it means to insult.
so many crimes, but... Okay. She's got such a good voice. Severed hand, eh? How do I keep losing? Let me the fuck out of here. Please stop killing me. I wanna get out of here. Oh my god, shit, piss and ass. Please get away from me. How the hell get out of here? Please get away from me. I'm waddling around with my hand in my hand. You know, when a magician rolls up his sleeves, they've technically got their sleeves up their sleeves. That's a magic trick. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Okay, I didn't need to backtrack all the way. I made it! I also love Claire Redfield so goddamn much. Trying to do this with his his 3 fingers. Poor little guy. Bye.
Running will get you nowhere.
Yes, it will. It tangibly does. I love how everyone was like, oh, it's so unrealistic, and then the game like justifies it later. I'm like, that's why you don't get ahead of yourself. That's why you take the game as it comes. Good faith reads help you not sound like a doofus at the end.
Good. Man, screw this castle.
Man, screw this castle. So true, King. Glue's hand back on. Yeah, she can't fit through the door. So true, Queen. Yeah. I would decease if they introduce Claire in the next game, especially considering the setup. And everyone here knows spoilers, right? I'm just double checking. This is a very spoiler heavy stream. I have a spoiler warning, I think, in the title. But anyway, especially granted Rose, it would be such a good time to reintroduce like Jill and Claire. Both. Why not? I mixed up songs again. Yes, Umbrella meds heal everything. Yeah. What if they did? What if the same technology that is used to combine skin fiber is the one that is used to combine fabric fiber, or alternatively, his coat is made of ethan juice, kind of like Dante's coat is presumably, well, not coat, but like clothes can be presumed. I don't know. I've read some fics sometimes where Dante's clothes, return back to. Yeah, I've read some fics. Rose wearing a mole jacket. She puts her arm in and it's like, ew. Yeah, I love her older design. She's so cute. I love her. I said this before, but the fact that we spend this whole game basically developing a fondness for Ethan, which develops along the same line as our fondness for Rose, and then like switching perspectives to Rose at the end has like assured us that she's going to be a really compelling character that we love a lot. So we have like Ethan's love for her, the love we have for Ethan, you know what I mean? And it's yours, Zeke. I'm pretty sure you wrote that his, like, when he gets, spoilers, stabbed in the chest, his freaking thing freaking like melds back together, and Leon's like, what? Did you say Dante and Leon? Yes. Zeke is writing a fic. It's cute. For now. You thought there were others? I don't read fic. I read like one fic a year. So congratulations, you made it. I straight up cannot read. One time I read a fic and I was like, damn, I want to write. And I I entered a short story competition. That's what happens. If I read too much fic, I remember that I want to be a writer. And then I start writing again. And then all of my other hobbies fall to the wayside. I need to focus. Canon MIM doesn't know how to read. It's true. You know what I appreciate too? Chris Redfield doesn't know how to read sheet music. I hardly know how to read sheet music. But it's very vindicating. Dante stabs himself with the rebellion. He's one time. That would be hilarious. Defense mechanism. It's true. Thanks. Wow, I'm being psychoanalyzed by the chat. Is this what Leon feels like? Oof. Hey, we haven't Resident Evil kinned, you know? During Fire Emblem, when we had the chat, we had like, I used to be like, everybody kin one another, someone from Fire Emblem. We're like, kinning, but with, Resident Evil protagonists. Let's just leave it at protagonists, unless of course you have a distinct antagonist vibe. You hope you're Mr. X? Don't let your dreams be dreams. Okay, so the kid, the laddies. One day since treatment, the girls are dead. Insect flew out of there. Yeah, they are flying masses of flies, taking form of something that you would find like. The mass of insects have transformed into human bodies again. I'm not fit enough to... Actually, no, wait. Mr. X kind of stalks through. Like, he doesn't run. So maybe I could also be Mr. X. I could ominously walk, but he goes a lot of stairs. What you don't see is that Mr. X stops after every stairs, like... Shouldn't this get cardio? Really shouldn't have eaten that burrito. He's got a stitch. I feel like in Nemesis is like the running one. You don't need to keep running, man. What you got to prove? Wonder who... Yes, Sarah. Hey, Sarah, you bring me to my next point. The next question was, what are your thoughts on Donna and Angie, character-wise, lore-wise, or even design-wise, whatever you want to discuss? Funnily, I didn't really, like, absorb anything about Angie, I think because I got there, blacked out, a baby fetus happened, and then, like, I don't know what else happened after that, but I had to kind of, wiki today to see what Donna was about, because I don't recall a single goddamn thing. I feel like I just repressed it immediately. You could actually see the repression happening in my eyes in the previous stream if you go back, when the baby appears in the hallway. I don't yell or anything, but I feel like the brain shuts off quite... You can see the brain like just behind my eyes, so... I don't remember anything about Angie or Donna. However, I started looking into it, and I find her interesting. I love the setting. I love the setting of the dolls and the psychological horror and hallucinations induced by dolls is basically every story I wrote until I was like out of high school. And then some in uni. Until I learned to commodify my culture for university points. But anyway, that was very up my alley. I find it... Donna's like interesting in the sense where I feel like all of the lords kind of pose a moral conundrum. And I feel like the moral conundrum for Donna is like how much can you... It's not really a matter of blame, but it's like a if all four lords represent a kind of faction of evil, then her evilness is caused by not delusion, but like it's not a very mindful evil. It's not as like a tactical evil like the rest, but it is still nonetheless evil. So I feel like she poses an interesting moral conundrum for that, of the kind of how you can arrive at evil things without actually like meaning to, or while being manipulated there, because I believe she was experimented on as well, like without knowing. I can't actually fully remember her plot. It's crazy. I literally repressed like most things about her plot. Thank you, Ebony. That's very vindicating. But yes. No pesky MMS. MMS? 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 Mims? No pesky mims? No pesky memories? Fallout Boy? Thanks for pesky memory. I feel like Donna is just the evil of a child raised in luxury with no consequences for her actions. That's cool. I don't know where to read about her character lore, because on her page it was basically like she's a victim and she represents and the Cadeau reacted badly and now she is mentally ill. And I was like, I have no idea what to make of this. Except for the musing about like, oh, and also the whole like child thing. Anyway, yeah, that makes sense. I had a more intelligent answer about this before, but I think remembering the baby just blasted out of my brain again. Where is Lady D? MMs are millimeters? What does that mean? Big flex. It's gun stuff, don't worry about it. That's fair. All I need is my trusty this. I just grabbed... This has been sitting beside my bed for like years. And I saw it today before stream and I was like, I'm going to bring that. And we're going to see if it becomes relevant at any stage during the stream. What do you know? Here it is. Good one. Remember when I liked Assassin's Creed? I don't play Ubisoft. They disappoint me. Anyway. Hey, who's proud of me for remembering how to play bloody this? My piano teachers should be proud of me. Trying to force me to read. Wait, I want to see what happens when you get it wrong. Oh, it gives you a chance. Wait. Ugh. Wait. Oh. Oh, I accidentally finished it. God damn it. I was playing Bury the Light. Oh, you. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry for not playing. Well, I'll play it on my automaton. Hey, young boy. My father. I can't play it and sing at the same time. God. No fooling around with the piano loud. But I wanted to. Me in the city. See a marching band. Wait, Rom did what? When Rose was younger, her father looked for her in a village and lost his moldy hand. Guys! Stop! That's Whimsy. Hi, welcome. Should try and compose the whole song. Transpose the whole song. Whatever. 5 years of piano served me well. I can sort of barely read right hand, 2-octave sheet music. Would you believe my main downfall in piano training was solely sheet music reading? I could not. It's a good vibe. Thanks. Lyrics. I've been wanting to make a lyric stuck for like Chris for ages. For everything. I actually started drawing a Leon. I started drawing a Leon one. Like at the end of 6. You won't believe how many drawings I've started. So many. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. During my piano lessons, I used to pretty much get everything else right, and then this isn't a flex because I would do it all so that I could basically botch the entire sheet reading section. So I would like get everything else right, completely fail the sight reading, but because I got everything else right, I used to get distinctions. So there we go. Rather than learning, I just managed to navigate my failure. It's called adapting. I ain't gonna listen to no sheet reading music determined by what? The Germans? French? Italians? All of those. Europeans. What's up? Good night. Which song for Leon? Oh, that wasn't really a lyric stuck, I guess. That was just my own stuff. Like my own words. I read a poem for Leon Canada. Hey Leon, I wrote a poem for you. You wanna listen? I'm joking. I was just putting words together. It's not really a lyric stuck, it's just a vertically inclined sad time.
Play with me some more.
Jesus Christ. You're so irritating. You scared me. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Oh, this is the Skyrock!
Mother said stale, but I think you're delicious.
You guys are very unnecessary.
Sisters, come get him.
Come get him! Voice acting so good. Who's screaming? No one that matters. Oh, where am I meant to be going? Cause she's flies? Oh! Yeah. Like she wouldn't care if he's stale? Is that what you mean? Ew. Ew! Yuck! Fippled band for pointing out law. Kidding. Kidding. Okay. I don't know where I'm going. Only I may point out troubling law.
Yes. Yes.
We really don't have time to unpack all of that. Can you leave me alone, please? Can you... I kind of forgot where I'm meant to be going.
How's it feel?
Bad? What do you want me to say? It feels bad. It's like that text post that's like...
Mother!
What? 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 How big is it? Small. Leave me alone. That's Ethan's vibe. Hi, dude.
It's a pleasure to see you safe. How were things?
No sign of Rose.
I'm so sorry it turned out that way. Well, you'll find your way to her once you're out of this castle. Do you have need of anything for the road ahead?
11 minutes. 11 minutes he has. It's crazy the kind of pathetic vibe. And I mean pathetic sympathetically. Sympathetic. Putting the pathetic in sympathetic. Yeah, it's crazy how pathetic Leon's life is. It's really sad. But he's amazing. I call him an idiot all the time, but he's amazing. He's one of the few characters that I call stupid, but then I also like don't mean it at all. So you had a bad day, etc. Oh. Yeah, Leon says fucking the remake. I have another question, right? I didn't really get anywhere with the Donna and Angie. Okay. But that's okay. I think that's really all of value I have to say, which is not very much at all. Oh, well, fuck you then. He is actually not that... Wait, who said... Yeah, himbo as a self-defense mechanism is there. I don't think that Leon is dumb at all. I genuinely don't think any of them are dumb. I think that the things that get them called dumb are exactly what makes them so good. Leon walks headlong into situations he should not walk into, but that's because he's on his big hero shit. But everyone treats him like he's dumb. He sort of lacks self-preservation. But so does everyone in this game, and that's what makes him good as well. But yeah, like he's it is the meme. It's just like Chris being dumb. I don't think Chris is dumb either. They're all capable of much deeper thought than everyone. And Wesker's dumb. Wesker's the dumbest motherfucker I've ever seen. But Leon's got a dumb energy. Kind of like how you can look at a dog and say that it's dumb, even though you know it's not like an idiot. Or it is, but like it's cute, so it doesn't matter. I'm kidding. Yeah, I genuinely don't think Leon is stupid. And all of the qualities that kind of make him stupid are the same ones that I think he's very good for. And the things that I usually call him stupid for are like his deliberate sarcasm and stupidity, like the performative stupidity. So yeah, genuinely speaking, I don't think Leon's dumb at all. Fuck. Yeah. He didn't get to make any. I am definitely on the yeah, exactly. Exactly, which is exactly why I love this game so much. Because the things that make him dumb, it's actually exactly why he keeps surviving his situations. That's what makes him brave, you motherfuckers. So I am definitely on the Leon defense squad, but I'm also on the Leon, like... I just, anything there is to say, I will say it about Leon. I love him a lot. Okay, we made it. Yes, exactly. I was thinking of Ada as well. He's lucky he has her, but he's like they also balance each other out very well. Lovingly razzes Leon is fair, yeah. I tease the shit out of most people. Yeah. I like Leon's dumbass vibes. He has the vibes of a dumbass, but regrettably he doesn't have the
some new items for you, Mr. Winters.
He doesn't have the privilege of being stupid enough. All the stupid is taken up by the villains in these games. If only, you know? If only Leon could be dumb. Sure, he's looking at these situations like, damn, I wish I weren't absorbing this. Whoa! Hope that's not gonna come back and bite me. I saw the stupidest take the other day, but I'm not going to acknowledge it. No, I'm not going to acknowledge it. I am actually going to reject it. This is called self-care. Did you see a dumb take on the internet? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I didn't either. Did you? Not me. You? No? No? I haven't even heard of the internet. I didn't go looking for Chris Redfield content and stumble upon stupid Leon opinions. Nuh-uh. I just want to see people drawing him in his skivvy.
What are you buying? Just something an old friend of mine used to say.
Hey! I finally got the line. Oh. Hey, old friend? Duke, what are you? Is the right reaction to that. I finally got the line. I went through the whole game without it. What has he seen? It's true. Actually, this leads on to another question. Hey, you guys. Somebody asked something about this. Maybe not. Huh, I thought I saw someone ask me a question about the Duke. So you had a bad day, so a bad day, had a bad day, and you had a bad day. Huh. Well, anyway, I swear I thought someone asked me about the Duke, but I guess not. Maybe I imagined it. I want to know more about the Duke as well. What's he doing? Who is he? What are you about? What are you feeling? What are you buying?
Bits and bobs?
Yeah.
I see.
Aye. He's got a very cool voice. Theories that he was supposed to be Lord 5. That's interesting. Maybe he is the capitalist of which we speak.
And buy it I will.
He has no... He buys anything. That's interesting. With no... What's the word? With no, limitations. Chino? The Duke thoughts? The Duke. Every time we say the Duke, I'm thinking of the Duke. The Duke that, you know, lost his fingers because pineapple plantation. Hawaiian Duke.
You would part with this? No, I'm more than happy to purchase it.
Oh, the owl crest. It's funny because the owl thing is present from the beginning of the game. So it keeps coming back. I'd be very curious about what it's doing. So this time I do want to spend more time in the actual...
Securing goods is more important than anything. Anything, my friend. Ah, if only you had the funds. These hands are more dexterous than one might think.
For sure. I want to hit her hat. I want to try and shoot Lady D. He was Odin in Samurai Jack. Who was Odin? Well, I know who Odin is as a concept. But like... I didn't watch Samurai Jack.
Aha!
That's fair. Hey guys, we still haven't determined whether Ethan's voice actor's like okay. Bit concerned that he hasn't been in any roles other than this game.
This is all an investment, Ethan. Good
Method
day
actor.
then.
Hey, she's clumping, just like old times. Okay, do you think Chris is a dog or cat person? I think he's would adopt any animal that he finds person, but I can imagine him with a dog. Multiple dogs. So aesthetic would ruin the take. Yeah, that's the vibe I get. That's why I'm like, hey, has anyone heard from Ethan's voice actor? Is he okay? Is he gonna do any prestos? Chris accidentally starts a dog rescue? Yeah, that's the vibe. He'd make friends with so many cats and dogs. Yeah, Chris has big goes jogging with dogs energy. Yes, or vibes. He does. Or like he is jogging and then dogs suddenly follow him. A dog magnet. Good man. They can sense his good vibes, his gravitational pull, as a result of his incredible shoulders. Where are we going? What are we buying? Oh, there? I think I didn't go there. Kitchen. Yeah, let's go back through the house and get some answers. Ay, ay, ay. Gives Chris a plot of land and a free-range dog shelter to retire in. Aww. Yes! I love that vine! So true. Oh yes, Zeke, that's also true. She walks because time operates for Lady Domitresque. Time answers to her. She looks at Nemesis like, ugh, running? Running's for heathens and peasants. Why is the door jamming? Is there something behind it? No.
Play with me some more.
No, I want to kill this daughter and then come back and kill Lady D. That's what I want to do. I'm gonna go outside. Chris surrounded by dogs. Guess the Chris. I miss Chris. I miss Chris. I miss Chris's smile. It was here so briefly in this game and then was rapidly proven. It was rapidly wiped off his face. You know what that scene is like Chris being like, okay, maybe I can trust that this will be okay. Maybe I don't have to be afraid that everyone around me is going to die all the time. Maybe I can actually say, hey, civilian that I trained, you're all right to be here. And then Ethan goes, and hi, Libra!
W-O-O-W-O-O-W-O-O-W-O-O-W-O-O.
W-O-O-W-O-O-W-O-O-W-O-O. I love this song. W-O-O-W-O-O-W-O-O-W-O-O. Hi! Step, shut the fuck. Hi, Libra! It's been a while, bro! I'm actually glad you missed this stream because there's a lot of dull shit here. Then I was actually like, when I was playing, I was like, I'm glad Libra's not here right now. Because it's pretty messed up. But, hello and welcome and thank you for the subscription. Hope you liked the dance. 11 months? That's a lot of months, man. That's a lot of months. That's really good. Next month we have to celebrate my like becoming affiliate month somehow. No doll in this particular part though. It's true. Only a tall lady and her children. And some monsters. And here is my whimsy. Why? You will see yourself out. Get back here! Okay, Pierre. We're all thinking, Amma! What's up? Amma! Happy post-birthday day. I've been wishing you happy birthday for like 2 weeks. Because I'm meant to catch up with Amma soon. For birthday drinks. By drinks, I mean tea, because I do not partake of the beverage, of the burning beverage. I do, however, partake of the milk, which can be a burning beverage depending on how much of it I have. How do I... Oh, that's fair. This is Ethan. He lost both of his front... What's wrong with everyone? What's wrong with you guys? Hey, this is Ethan. He's got a fungal infection. Wait, no we're talking about dogs armor. You came in at a weird time. Where we have who this? New follower, who this? I wasn't looking at the screen. Can someone tell me who that was? Welcome, whoever that was. Whimsy, hi. Just me, not just you. Welcome to the club. Also, we have a Discord if you would like to join. Welcome. I'll get back to question answering soon. Ethan goes woof. Libra. This is a very spoiler heavy stream, by the way. I don't know if you will ever watch this game, because if you do, let me know and we'll tell you when to like tune out. But this is going to be a very spoiler heavy stream, just so you know. I haven't really gotten into deep spoilers yet, but we got a Z and we got a Zeke. Both are allowed here. We're gonna have the whole alphabet soon. Dog Ethan buffs small dog barking at wolves energy. Yeah, same as Piers actually. Piers has small dog vibes. I would like to remind everyone again for Rom's observation when Rom said that Piers in Resident Evil 6 stands up to Chris, and the moment that Chris looks away, Piers is like releases like exhales like he's been puffing up his chest that whole time and looks scared when Chris isn't looking. It's really sad. Piers did so much. Piers did so much, man. Piers did so much. Oh yes, I remember where I'm going. Okay, I need to find my way back to Lady D's room, I think. Oh, maybe this. I am Insignia. Piers, I love you very much. I can't believe this game did this to me fucking again. Oh, okay. Time to kill.
So you finally came to see me. Everyone falls for me. So mean! A dream! This is a dream!
For me. While the violins are going ham in the background, let's see another question. Oh, I only briefly heard you discuss how having a father concerned with a baby was an interesting subversion of the usual only mothers are concerned with care for babies, but I would like to hear more of your thoughts on this plot choice. Maybe this is a bit of an intense plot thing to mention while I'm fighting. Oh, guys, are you looking for no spoilers? Why are you here? With due respect. Replaying the game skips the monologue? What monologue? There's a monologue? You want spoils? Oh. You can watch the VODs. They're gonna expire in 5 days. Maybe I'll discuss that question when I'm like running around. Everyone falls. Yeah. Oh no. I guess there's not too much to say about it. A lot of horror media uses the whole like. Okay. First off, horror media.
Doing this?
Because you suck. Horror media is already in a strange boat when it comes to women. As Leon would say, women. Am I right? And
I can't wait.
can you get over here? Maybe I need to wait.
Why? Why would you do this? I don't want to die.
She's pretty? She's dead.
I'm sick of bugs.
Right? Chris did... Oh, actually, Chris did punch a werewolf. You're right. So, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I don't know if there's much more to add to it. It's just that you notice one of my least favorite tropes in basically every horror media ever is that like the second they bring up babies, you know it's going to be gross. And I mean gross and like the physically uncomfortable for anybody who has a womb, you know? So, or even just the concept of it is usually just quite gross. And it's something I dread in a lot of media. And like as soon as I find out that there is like a character that is, then there are demons, and it's like, it's just an instant like, ugh, getting ready for some bullshit demon baby nonsense shit that's like very yucky all round and especially misogynistic. So it's a nice subversion here to have a lot of this focus taken away from womanhood at all. In fact, it's like it's just a parenthood thing, a parenthood and a baby. And I believe it was Rom that brought this thought up initially, that usually when you have a father in a game, he is saving his daughter, but usually the daughter is a little older. And I think in a way that kind of becomes a retelling of a damsel in distress tale, but it's like justified this time because it's the kids. So like, you know, it's that fatherly instinct. So we're rejigging that kind of paternal instinct into, that sort of masculine instinct into a paternal instinct. So it's okay now, but like, that's all fine, by the way. Like I like stories too with like father type characters, but like it's the added context of Rose being a baby is very nice because, and wait, sorry, I do want to confirm, I do like father stories and I don't think that they all refer to the damsel thing, but it's a prominent feature of a lot of these stories. Whereas I don't feel like you very often see, and Rom mentioning this didn't often feel like you often see a father looking for a baby. It's just because babies are usually reserved for like ladies. And then while the mother is looking for the baby, there's always like baby related stress. Like only a mum can be stressed about babies because babies. And then when you get there, there's always pregnancy trauma and fucking like weird sexual horror. It's just uncomfortable. And so I was actually kind of nervous about it when I started playing Resident Evil 7 because I saw so many wombs everywhere. And then I knew that Mia was there. And I was like, if this ends up leaning into the kind of horror themes that I don't like, then it'll be disappointing because Resident Evil's managed to avoid most of those. But no, it didn't end up. So it ended up being quite interesting. And then framing this game around Ethan was really nice and refreshing as well. It's also just nice to see them like portray a father that really loves his baby. And it's not like, not having anything like projected onto it. It's not like this is my baby boy who will grow up to be a big man. Masculinity. It was just a very kind of gender indifferent experience. And it was refreshing and nice. So I enjoyed it. And it gave Ethan his Father of the Year award too, which is nice too. That's what he deserves. Well, he deserves much more than that, but you know. Yeah, Rose is my goddamn kid. It is so good. There's only so many ways I can go about it, but ultimately it just boils down to the fact that it's really nice to see. This guy loves his family so goddamn much. In fact, to a fault, I guess, if you think of it that way, because he was willing to excuse anything when it came to his family, which is actually kind of new for the Resident Evil franchise. A family man. Notice that no one else in the Resident Evil franchise is like restricted by their family at all, unless it's like a negative. She often businessman boss baby. Yeah. She did him mad dirty. I'm waiting for them to field that in another game. Oh yeah, this room. Lavish. 5 bells of the chamber. That's alright. Okay. Aim! Hopefully I explained that decently well. Bitch ass. Show yourself. This is similar to that think this is in 6 in Leon's campaign. I vaguely remember Helena and Leon doing this. Give me an egg. So many rooms is true. What family of 4 needs this many rooms while everyone outside is living in squalor, huh? 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 What was that? Excuses? Oh no, the rich. Just the tagline of Resident Evil. Oh dear, wealth. Oh, there it is. How about I use my knife? Where is my knife? I wish I bought the Christopher Redfield knife. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch, old witch. That one. Moving target. Practice. Oh dear, wealth. Did I just say that? Did I just read back my own joke and laugh at it? Stop, the joke's too funny. I'm not going back to jail. Sail. Oh, okay. I think I had more to say about Father Ethan, but I guess those will come back. Those were warning shots. Do you think the developers chose to have the baby called Rose? Oh, why do you think the developers chose to have the baby called Rose for most of the game, only to have it revealed later that her full name is Rosemary? I don't know. I only thought about this as a result of the question. I went to look at the Rosemary's Baby. I've never actually watched it or read it, but after reading a synopsis, I was like, I don't think this has much to do with anything, except for maybe the idea of partly demon child, which I think Rosemary like represents, or the possibility that it raised the possibility in my mind that Mia has done some shit. So there's something like that, but because Resident Evil tends to sort of vaguely refer to movies that they like as well. Leon's named after a movie, so I don't know. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Fun. Rosemary is a herb associated with remembrance, and the final song in this game is called Remember too. You only use the kid's full name when they're being in trouble. Yeah, I really liked it though. For some reason, without hearing Rose for the whole game, and guys, you guys are getting a big old spoiler. At least go watch the last VOD, damn it. But I really liked hearing him say Rosemary. It was really just kind of hit different. Plus the voice acting just made me want to die, you know? Rosemary is also delicious. I'll be real, I don't think I have a discerning palate. I see something green, I'm like, yum. Was that a cheap shot? Doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. The way he said it, I was like, blink if you need help, Ethan's voice actor. Also the name of my QP partner's cat. Hi, Rosemary. Rosemary, what did I say about putting forks in the microwave? So I don't know if I have anything of note to say about that. I was trying to see whether there was anything to glean from the movie. However, it just kind of vibes like she has a nickname, and then in a moment of extreme emotion, it's her real name again. It's cute. It's very final. It makes me want to vomit. So, yeah. On that note, do you think Chris would go to Rose's school recitals? Who wrote this, and why do you want to hurt me? I don't know if he'd have the time. Which is the sad thing. I feel like Chris is like a big family man who is regrettably always whisked away by a greater duty, which makes me very sad all the time. However, I do think that he understands the importance of protecting and raising someone who is young. You know? Fuck. So I think he would make the effort where he could. Guys! Yeah, I do think that Chris would try to be there. I was actually getting images today of Chris and the Winters during Mia's pregnancy. That was very cute. Basically imagining Chris. I feel like Chris would be a sucker for babies. Like he'd like see a baby and just turn to shit immediately. Like he'd be like, "There's a baby. There's a baby." Kickstrobe, go away! With due respect and lots of, please play the game. Please go play the game. You're so close to finishing the game. You're so close to finishing the game. Kickstrobe, please leave. This is such spoiler territory. Please leave, Kickstrobe, please. You're so close to finishing, bro. Dude, man, come on. Don't make Tiny Mim cry. Mim may cry. Mimic. You know what? I want biscuits. I just had a sudden hankering for biscuits. Like a shortbread biscuit. I don't even like shortbread biscuits. Why do I want shortbread? Gotta make Tiny Mim cry? Such a thing does not exist. Good pair with tea? I don't like biscuits with tea. You know what I like in tea? Bread. My nana got me on like buttered bread dipped in tea when I was very young. And I had it when I was older in front of company and they were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "It's good. It's good. Trust me." I don't know. What if I tell you it's cultural? You stop fucking get off my ass about it? Jeez. It's heritage, baby. As a British person, you are offended. As a Samoan and a Scottish and an Australian, the last thing I would ever care about is a British opinion. But that's okay. Maybe you're the person I'm remembering that looked at me like, "What the fuck?" Since that is probably something I did when you slept over one day. There are like 3 different avenues under which I do not care for the opinions of the Brits. Which might tie into my Mother Miranda lore later, but she's more like religion. We'll talk about that later. Oh, it's gargoyle time, is it? I love how Ethan sounds so freaking scared all the time. Good Will Hunting. I've never seen Good Will Hunting. Is it about hunting? Is it about hunting people's goodwill? Maybe. Is that it? It is. Tengu looking ass nuts. You're half Brit. Does that mean half of my opinions matter? I think you're the person that I said the 2 brands of milk are still milk, right? Gargoyles aren't really gargoyles. In what sense? They're grotesques. What does that mean? Learning with my literary friends, doing literary things to their literary ends. To like whatever end is what I mean. It's when you mix titanium white and what's the other brands of? Oh man, I haven't painted in so long. Sorry. What's up? What's up, Dingus? Dingus McLingus. I should stop going with this. Can you stop moving so goddamn much? I'm trying to kill you. What the? Come on. Come on! Titanium white and buff white. Buff white's Chris. We're gonna name Resident Evil characters off shades of paint. Chris has to be buff white. Ethan's sap green. Because he's a freaking sap and I love him so. Ethan is the handyman. Yeah, he's a handyman indeed. Do you know the handyman? I eat shit. Ethan was like, blah, blah. I forgot that I had Chris's gun. Chris's gun, look at it. Ooh. Oh yeah, I had some images earlier of Chris visiting them when Mia is pregnant, because I feel like Chris would be so excited for the idea of a newborn. But he would like have to go to work and stuff, so he probably wouldn't like talk about it at length. But I can imagine him being like giddy to visit, and I just imagine like his team, like Chris shows up as if it wasn't planned, and the team's like, he's been dying to come here, and Chris is like holding Rose like whatever. Can you stop being irritatingly mobile? Fuck. One of Ethan's little... Yeah, he's ready to take that baby. Like, he's ready to steal that baby. He's ready to buy it soft serves and figure out what, like... He'd be so irritating. He'd be such a cute... Yes, exactly. And yeah, 3 years. So I feel like Chris would be busy during that time because he's trying to figure out the mold thing. And he's also grieving his entire team that he lost in Resident Evil 7. But yeah, Chris, I feel like he would be dying to visit them all the time when the baby is like on the way, when the baby is like born. As soon as the baby's born, Chris is like, yeah, we're monitoring the baby for BSAA purposes. I want to pinch its little cheeks. I want to pinch its little cheeks. I want to see its little hands. He'd be so cute about it. He's got big, like, loves babies vibes. So this whole thing would be troubling as well to Mr. Redfield, who basically probably already niece zoned the shit out of Rose. He cares. Chris cares. He always cares. Big uncle vibes, it's true. The shovel talk? You hurt their feelings, I kill you with a shovel. Is that the shovel talk? I just Chris holding the little baby, like squishy their little face, like if anyone hurts you, I'll fucking kill them. I will beat them to a pulp. And I will teach your father to also beat them to a pulp. And that went well. That went very well. No, Ethan, no, your baby out, baby. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Libra! Oh, this all sucks so much. I hope Theppel doesn't go and draw it. God. My friend's place and give it Oh, kills the man. I got a cute image this morning of somebody mentioned that when Ethan was holding the baby at the beginning of the game that everyone's like new baby smell, and I had an image of something I would like to draw, but we'll see what happens. Of like Chris holding the baby and like doing that like, and then Ethan being like new baby smell, am I right? And he's like yeah, and me in the distance like, can you stop sniffing my kid actually? But like Rose is giggling and stuff. Oh, it's so cute. They're so cute. They're just so doting. I think that's the vibe from Chris. He seems like a very doting older brother, so he also seems like he'd be a very doting, like, uncle as well. Just deeply endeared by the small thing. Just fucking kills the man. What's a popular football team? Can you make him go for rugby so that I can feel represented? Make him go for the All Blacks. The New Zealand All Blacks. Nah, okay, fine. He can, oh yeah? Okay. Or he can go for, I don't know. I don't watch NFL, but I was gonna say the Chicago Bulls, that's basketball. I don't actually know. Is the Raiders also basketball? Ethan seems like he's into soccer. Chris is like, Rose, you are not being a soccer baby. I'm gonna raise this kid right. It's volleyball or rugby. She's like, I want to play tennis, and Chris is like, okay. I can just imagine them petting the baby like how car salesmen would pet a car. Oh, yeah, you're right. The Raiders are football. I should know more about football, but I don't, so that's okay. Yeah, I only tune in for the Super Bowl for like Bruno Mars and Beyonce. That's the last time I paid attention to the Super Bowl. Actually, I watched the Weeknd Super Bowl performance. He did okay, all things considered. He did okay. He went alright. Poor thing. I loved how there was bits of the Weeknd's performance. No one was at the Super Bowl because of COVID, and Weeknd's like pointing at the audience and like blowing kisses to the audience, and then the camera shows the audience and there's no one there. I was like, why wouldn't you just change your choreography, Weeknd? Mr. End, why wouldn't you change it? And I know you'll be the death of me, and it's like a freaking camera angle of just empty field. So weak. He's committed? No, he's not. I've listened to his songs. That man knows not a thing about commitment. Except for commitment to his sadness. His depressed vampire vibes. That's his commitment. Just yeah. Kingdom Hearts. Mr. I feel like Leon would like The Weeknd. Depressed and just a little bit slutty. Leon's sitting in a car he can't drive, just blasting the hills. That bang, yeah, bang, yeah. Can we get another question answered? Am I raising too many? Can I please get a waffle? Arctic monkeys. Oh, yeah, he would.
Stupid man thing!
Me?
You won't live long, even if you run!
I thought that I would be able to hit you, but I didn't.
Where?
I'm gonna run. She approached rather quickly. You gonna come through that door, oh lady? That's a nice thought. Ah. Come to find you.
Oh, just mine tonight.
Where are ya? My lady? My laddie?
Trying to work up my appetite, are you?
Oh, you're here? I thought you died. Did I not kill you? Oh. Goddamn, I thought I did. I'm a puppet on a string. There are some singers whose accents like disappear, and then there's some singers whose accents like enhance. What are you doing? Hey, she moves cool.
Tracy Island, time travel. Tracy Island.
Come to find ya. Okay, come on. Wait, I thought I killed her.
How's it feel?
Bad? I swear I thought I killed her.
Come get it.
Huh. Oh, question. Okay. That was a different one? Oh. What, do you think Chris drinks Pepsi or Coke? I don't think he cares. I think he'd just drink whatever's available to him. I already have my headcanon that he just hard chugs bubble tea. I feel like he wouldn't enjoy soft drinks too much, I guess.
Now you're finished, Ethan Winters!
Oh, am I? Sup? Shut your pot!
Shall I drink your fresh or slice your neck and spill out first?
You guys are very descriptive about your crimes. Why did I run into a dead end? You gonna come in here? You gonna kill me? What you gonna do, kill me? Not in any way that matters.
Trying to work up my appetite, are you?
Know your place.
Look forward to what Mother has in store for you.
It was worth it. Okay, oh my gosh. Yes, that vine. I don't really know where I'm going, do I? It's okay. I'm lounging around in Castle D. Sisters come get him. Cricket sounds is so true. She's looking around like, where are my sisters? Dead bitch. He puts on pouring on his hand to heal. Well, that's explained, kinda. How do you think the dollhouse section would have affected Chris differently? Well, good question. Funnily, okay, two angles. One of them is that Chris is so, like, numb to it and has dealt with his demons so clearly that he isn't overly affected by the place. But I also feel like there is an extent to which the house would find a way to bother him. I know where I'm meant to go. How do I get there? That is the eternal MIM question. I know where I'm meant to go, but which way am I going? I had another angle though of him like getting out the house and having like a Chris Brand anxiety attack on the front lawn. That's the first image I got. And also the idea that when Chris is in a panicky way or in a shitty way, he gets a bit more physically forward, I guess you could say. So I imagine one of his teammates coming to check on him and he kind of like shoves him off. Because he needs his space. He needs his sad time space. And a cigarette. And a drink. He's not going to go back on the drink. Oh shit. But
You'll make the best vintage yet.
just girl boss things. Anyway, but I feel like he would need space after that for a bit. Since I was just talking today about his tendency to self
Those little arms.
isolate. That's what I was gonna say. Where am I going? Upstairs. I think I want to go up to that room. We're gonna make Ethan into a sofa? Ghana makes a victim see hallucinations, and boy does Chris have, yes, many memories to exploit. So one of the main things in this game, as soon as I went to the house, because I've been talking about this since 7, I was like, hey, they're dealing with psychological trauma now. We should inflict that on Chris, Jill, and Carlos specifically. Oh, shite. Oh, piss, poo, and ass. What's up? Fuck, shit, piss. Okay, sorry. Hi.
You've dirtied my dress.
Yes, I did. Whoa! She came wow! She came careening around that corner. That's fine. Whew. Ugh. This is the fuckboy mask. Just so we know what I'm referring to. Let's have a look at it. It's not even doing it, but at the angle that it is, it looks like it is. Oh, hey! This has the same eye covered as Donna. Interesting. I wonder if these represent the four at all. Like maybe Moreau, Donna, Lady Heisenberg? Don't know. Yeah, I know. Man, this stuff's so nice. I haven't even like had a chance to look at all your shit. Derogatory. This house is beautiful. Derogatory. Oh. Silver ring. As opposed to golding. Ha. Ha. Nice plants. Goodness gracious. This house is designed immaculately. So the dollhouse section would have probably affected Chris differently in that I imagine him to be very rattled by it. Ethan was too, but I wonder what kind of things would appear to Chris. I think just like the echoes of all of this. Like that's pretty apparent. I wonder how they would abstract it. Because I feel like the little doll taunting him wouldn't get very far. He's very like unfazed by deliberate antagonism. I think he spent enough time with Wesker. Like he laughs in Wesker's face when Wesker tries to antagonize him. So he's not very easily like rattled by people talking shit to him. He just like wants them to shut up. So like one of the bits in Resident Evil 7 was like when Lucas is like trying to fucking trying to mock him, and he's like, shut the fuck up. Like he actually says shut the fuck up in that game. And so I don't think he would be overly affected by the doll. Then again, neither was Ethan. You know, I feel like, you know how Ethan kind of falls for the Mia thing? I don't think that Chris would fall for it. He'd be aware that something is going on because he has come to terms with the death of all of his comrades a lot. Every day, Chris is faced by that particular reality. So I don't think there'd be any illusions about it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it sucks any less. At all. I think that's the important bit.
Ready?
You've ruined the hunt!
Right? Hunting is a stupid sport. Reserved for the aristocracy.
Curse you!
Let's hear some of your voice options. Wow. How do you make that? Okay. Let's try and hear some more voice clips, girl. What?
You're done!
You're done. Well done. Just having a moment. Just give her a sec. Most of my images of the idea of like a haunted, fucked up kind of house were actually related to Carlos and Jill, because they come from like the big gun game, you know? So I think most of my images were there because I feel like Carlos would be very easily taken by the idea of, say for example, a little kid ghost that is asking for his assistance. Ha ha ha. Ha. Yeah. I think the Claire would probably be... No, wait, I don't want to talk about this because this is kind of along the route of my my comic thing I wanted to write. But yeah, my Carlos imagery, is basically my Carlos thought for Resident Evil 7 was imagining Carlos coming across Evelyn. I feel like he would be very easily manipulated in that case because he wants to save people immediately and he probably have a soft spot for knowing that she seems quite vulnerable. So I think that he would fall for that quickly, while Jill seems a little bit more discerning, mainly just as a result of her past experience in the mansion. So this has been something I wanted to draw since Resident Evil 3, and I haven't because I suck! Fondly, and with all due fairness. I think I thumbnailed it. No, I just thumbnailed it in my head. But yeah, anyway, that was my thought there. All of Resident Evil 7 set, but with Jill and Carlos. Because they come from the game that is most high octane and most about, like, you can shoot everything. So as soon as I saw that the monster in Resident Evil 7 was psychological horror and kind of more ghost-like, I was like, oh, damn. Carlos and Jill would not be able to handle this. And, like, well, no, they would, but... Oh, also, what was it? The idea of Carlos being infected by Evelyn and Jill having to be... Him doing the whole fucking dramatic, like, push out of the room and locking her out and being like, just go and I'll stay here, blah, blah, blah. And then Jill being like, fuck, you know? All of that stuff. That was basically my whole 5-page comic thing that I never did. And I was going to commission Rom, but then I forgot. And now we're here. So, yeah. It's a good old time. I have, like, been thinking about that AU since 7. Did you just call me Mum? Oh, no. Everyone always calls me Mum at least once. So, yeah. It's a bad time. I could write it, I realized. I just realized. Sometimes I forget that writing is an option. But...
You will not get away! You're my prey!
Crazy witch.
Right? I miss Carlos too. Oh, it's a noise of pain. Yeah. I love Jill and Carlos so much, and if I think about it too hard, I will shit myself everywhere, and I'll go back to sitting on the lawn at Capcom and being like, give us a sequel, please don't let Mr. Carlos die, give us a sequel, I wanna see my guy, and save Jill from your own writing. Where's Carlos now? You know he'd get involved with everything that's happening. Carlos! I miss him. I made a fan cam for him. Someone feel free to post that in the chat. He's so nice. He's so good. And his design. Ugh. Come back. Bring him back. Bring him back. Bring him back. Capcom, bring him back. Bring him back. Bring him back. You can't leave us in this cold, cruel, Carlos-less world. Please? Don't be an asshole. I've paid my taxes. I deserve Carlos Oliveira. We all deserve him. I want him to make friends too with Chris. I've noticed because, I do not acknowledge wider fandom. But Carlos and Chris would be such good friends. More comics I have not drawn. I spent so long trying to learn how to draw Jill and Carlos that by the time I learned how to draw them, I was like 3 games ahead. So I have all these unfinished sketches and concepts that are just sitting in my freaking this fucking thing. So yeah, remind me, I guess. Give Carlos friends. Yeah, he'd be mad friends with everybody. He's an easy friend for all. I also drew comics of Leon and Carlos meeting in the RPD. Games is this? He's such a friend guy, it's true. If you're asking what game this is still Village. And heavy spoilers, by the way. He'd also be besties with freaking Claire. Everyone gets along. Everyone gets along. Good man. Good guy. Friend with everybody. Friend to all, Carlos. Even with people who aren't so great. Village. Jokes said bringing up the mood. There's 8. Bro, it's in the title. Don't be sarcastic with me. But yeah. Thank you. I'm joking, by the way. But yeah, we're playing Village. Am I going to put the... Where is my mounted animal skull? By the way, we have finished Village and I am replaying it and just talking about the game. So just in case you are trying to avoid spoilers. That's also in the title. Mounted animal skull. Well then, I guess I'll just frickin' die. How about it? How about mount? No, wait. There we go. Press the button. Pull the button. Oh, it's not even a button. It's a bolt. Bolt cutters. Everyone's seen that one YouTuber, that one streamer that is like in love with Carlos? No, the other one. I think he's Polish? I don't remember. I love his videos. Oh, I haven't answered a question in a while. Oh yeah, because I commandeered the dollhouse section to think of Carlos and Jill. But yes. In other words, I think that Chris would be mostly unaffected by the dollhouse, but he'll be shaken. So, and I think it'll be interesting. The aftermath of that would be probably more interesting than the actual the actual event.
I should be able to get out with these.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Ethan. I shall show you. Alternatively, it is on my Tumblr. It's one of the few things I've retweeted, reblogged on my Tumblr. Crossing too many wires. I need to get offline. Yeah, it's a good thing you missed the dollhouse. It is, actually. I think that would have actually terrified you. It is the one with the lady. I'm about to go and try and shoot that lady. Shoot her hat off. Okay, how many alarms does Chris set to wake up on time? There are multiple ways to answer this, huh? Because the question is, I guess, if he is a heavy sleeper at all. I feel like he would have trouble sleeping, and when he does sleep, he'd probably, like, wipe the fuck out. So... maybe he needs, like... why did the ominous music start? Oh, there she is. Hey... fuck. Did she not hear me? Okay. I would like to shoot off your hat. Oh, I got her in the head instead.
Gay.
No, no. How do I shoot off her hat? What's up? Do I have to shoot you in the head? What the? Why are you impervious to bullets?
Dare you try to face me?
Right? So I guess your hat doesn't come off. What do I need to hit you with? Chris's alarm system is PTSD. How do I get her hat off? Is it possible to shoot her hat off? I saw someone do it, but how? Dang. Did she see me? No. I'm so stealthy. So stealthy and quiet.
The entire bloodline of House Domitresk is done in by the likes of you.
It's really less of a bloodline and more like a swarm, right? But I do appreciate your commitment to the aristocrat image. It's troubling. Aw, dang. She adjusts her hat. Maybe if I shoot her in the face again. You know what? Speaking of this, I think someone asked, which of the four lords do you find the most interesting? Oh, and what did you think of the Duke? Okay, that's who asked it. Okay. They also accompanied this with a big sentiment, and they said they like the way I write and think about the villains, which thank you for whoever said that. I appreciate it. I think I find all of the lords interesting. However, I am quite fascinated with Lady D and Heisenberg and their contrasts. I've gotten the most out of my reads of them, and specifically the fact that they dislike each other. I like the idea that basically if you're seeing Miranda as like the powers that be, and Lady D and Heisenberg as two different types of power that are trying to appeal to said power that be. Hi, lady.
The entire bloodline of Domitresk is done in by the likes of you.
It's true, Sleepy. She is. But, yeah, if you consider it that way, they're a kind of interesting map of history, which is cool in that sense. The nobility falling out of favor in lieu of, military exploits. Guess I'm just gonna waste all my ammo trying to kill you, huh? What if I throw a bomb at her? What if I grenade launch at her? Ooh. So I find that kind of microcosm of history, goddamn, what a wanker, very interesting, and their conflict very interesting by that merit. Oh, that was a flash grenade? Oops. Whoop, let me pass. If you love me, let me leave. Ugh. So what can affect you, oh queen? So I find their contrast and their interactions quite interesting. In case that hasn't been apparent by most of my focus around the Lords being on those two. They have the most notable, like... What did I just do? Dynamic. A precise forehead shot. Ah, one of my great skills. Precision. Bless, she can't open doors, yeah. Ha! Killed all your doormen. Her obsession with family, nobility, keeping foreigners out? It's all quite, shite, piss and ass. It's all quite interesting. Yeah, I like it. As a concept, overall, what they represent is good. I feel like I've talked at length about this, so I'm kind of like beating a dead horse. Get it? If I keep talking about it, but if you want me to elaborate on anything, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I think I kind of summed that up. The different mindsets as well, I like that it's like a, the very refined... I basically like that they occupy the same space with two very different vibes. You got the very like refined, pristine lady of the house who is just as evil as the very like rough and tumble, freaking... I'm trying to think of a word other than... The only word coming to mind is pipe cleaner. It's not the word I'm looking for. Like, industry man. And yes, Whimsy, that's the exact same thing Microm said. Old money and new money. I'm just trying to find new ways to word it because I feel like I've been talking about this all game. But nonetheless, I think it's pretty... Both guillotine material. So true. So it's very cool in that sense. And it's funny. Again, I don't tend to acknowledge the online. But it's very interesting to me to see people disputing which one's worse. I'm like, they are all bad. That's the point. They're the same. They hate each other, but they're the same. What, did that not... Did you... So, that's the bizarro thing about playing this game is how many people have played it and just completely missed the point, but... And I love that you can actually say that with Resident Evil. I'm not going to go too into it because I'll end up sounding bitter, but like... Well, we'll piss on you then. There are actually very incorrect reads. A lot of things are up to interpretation just by merit of being subjective. But there's a lot about these games that is just not straight up not subjective. And the game's not like quiet about it. So I said earlier today that it's a good game to read, almost like how people watched Parasite, the movie. Because once you see it in that kind of lens, it becomes more enriching. And I feel like you're kind of more in line with the Capcom vision. Even though it also lends itself... Ah! Hello, Michaela! Oh, Michael, A. Pug. Maybe it's not Michaela. Maybe it's Michael. A pug. Hello! I do... welcome and thank you for the follow. Sorry, Lady D is just... pattering around outside with her long legs and whatnot. And her lovely dress. It's Michaela. Okay, cool. So I have to land a forehead shot? Maybe once she rounds the corner over here. You gonna come back? Oh shit. Hi! She looks like she just opened her her internal camera. She looks like she's about to kill me. Fuck. How about a forehead shot right about now, Funk Soul brother? That was a forehead! That was right in your forehead!
Time to die.
No? Yeah, we are trying to remove her hat. It's not working. But yeah, I don't know if I've... Oh! I also like how the lords function as both... I think I've said all this already, but since I was asked, I like how they function not only as symbols, but as characters and as people. So, not only do they make sense on like the metaphoric level, they also make sense as character dynamics. But the cool thing is that the character dynamics actually reinforce the symbols and vice versa. So like the inferiority complex of both of them, trying to appease the powers that be, and that kind of stroppy attitude that Lady D has, where she's like, she feels like slighted and like betrayed. How dare you choose someone that is like over me? Blah. If you've ever watched a freaking historical drama of if you ever watched historical dramas of the Queen, basically all of them are like, how dare the plebeians decide to have a future without me, the Queen. Me. It's in like basically that same exact vibe as this lady. She's like, I can kill you, but when you kill me, that's just appalling. It's the whole traditionalist qualities and how it ties to money and wealth and blah blah blah. It's all good. Whereas Heisenberg has that like shitty salesman attitude, and he's trying to be all like cool shit relatable. Hey, I'm just a relatable guy. You want to join my army? You want to join my army? We're doing only cool things. He sounds like a fucking Uncle Sam recruitment. Which is part of the reason why I'm a bit like, that the whole conversation about him has been so narrow, because I'm like, hey, he is just as much a demonization of America as he is anywhere else. In fact, I think that conflation is used deliberately. Maybe look internally for a sec and see why he seems so familiar. I know if, like hell, he seems very familiar to me as an Aussie. Something about the I'm just a victim. I'm just a victim guy. I've been wronged. I have to stage a rebellion now. I'm rebelling against the powerful. Blah blah blah. Join me. Blah 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 blah. Bitch, you sound like every Australia Day. You know what I mean? So he's interesting. The multitudes are there to be observed and demonized, which is fine by me. Is there anyone here an artist? Yes. Can I draw? No. Heisenberg is that one Dr. Seuss political cartoon of fascism and America First joined. Yeah. It's very, it's not subtle. Hate is well-written representation of big themes. People are too worried about justifying that. Whimsy! You've been on my Twitter lately? Yeah, exactly. I really do wish that people didn't enter Resident Evil thinking of it as a dating sim, because it's never meant to be. And now all of the conversation about it has turned into this very weird and irrelevant conversation that is completely overlooking the purpose of this game, which is not to titillate you, it's to make you think. But no one likes thinking, so I guess I'll just fucking... I do not perceive. I have never perceived a thought outside of my own brain. It's just me and my brain. And my cool friends, my band of merry men. Of which you guys are now a part, I think. So I can't seem to shoot her head off. Wish I could. Yeah, Lady D big time gets that treatment. Okay, I will complain for just a second. One of my main qualms was that when people were talking about, like, Heisenberg is problematic, actually, one of the main responses I saw was people being like, see, that's why I stand Lady D. I'm like, she fucking eats people! What the fuck is is wrong with you guy? Anyway, it's just like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't like, you don't have to moralize everything, because if you start moralizing it, then you have to know where to draw the line. And you can't seem to understand where to draw the line because your brain is so fogged up by your fucking boners that you can't have a thought. She has a fucking cellar full of blood from people that she eats in the village. But that's a very tense conversation, so we're not going to keep having it. It's just a bit messy. It's just very messy. And people don't need to be sharing all of their thoughts all the time. And I understand that as well. I need to stop sharing a lot of my thoughts sometimes because I might steamroll over someone who is very sensitive about these topics. Again, I brought it up again. But yeah, so basically I just feel like people just need to use their brains a little. Not everything has to be a campaign on the internet. But yeah. It's just a lot. It's just odd, like you can acknowledge like, hey, I like his cool circle sunglasses. I like her pretty dress. I don't need to justify their actions to say that because I'm not an idiot. So I don't know how else to say it. It's just anyway, whatever. So anyway, the internet. What's that about? I don't know. Let's just ignore it. Back to this. She does have a cellar where she drains and eats people. But everyone's overlooked that because I don't know. I mean, we're going to talk about her proximity to what she looks like and the fact, like, has no one caught on to the fact that she is very adamant about him being an outsider? God. Oh, yeah. No, I know. That was shit, too. And that's what annoys me as well, is the second it started talking about it was, like, people started, everyone sucks! Specifically that. I was like, that person tried to warn people about imagery that might upset certain people more than others, and that's perfectly fine. They should do that. The fact that people's first reaction is to harass them off the internet is annoying as hell. But yeah. No, it's okay. Got that out of my system and I just won't bring it up again. But like, I feel like it's a conversation that can be had maturely, but no one is willing to have it maturely. It's just, which is just a bummer, I guess. Because it's not like it's written subtly. Yeah, exactly. Lady D does have a blood cellar. All of the wine she makes is told throughout the village of she brings servants in, and when they mess up, she takes them to the chambers and kills them. Yeah. And oh yeah, not only that, but she has torture chambers in her basement because it makes the blood sweeter or whatever it is. So I'm like, why is there a stan hierarchy here? They're all fucked up. It's very odd. But anyway, it's very difficult to talk about. Again, I've started talking about it again, but like it's a sensitive topic. That's just why I'm not bringing up the words willy-nilly. But yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, she eats people like big time. There's a whole section where she's chasing us through her torture dungeon. All of the villains, I think what's bizarre to me is that it has surprised people to find out that like the villains are bad. The villains are bad, actually. Well, oh, who knew? In a game called Resident Evil, the evils are evil? No way. And I'm very confused by the people who are responding like, how dare you make the villains so evil? It's like, well, this is actually one franchise where they basically never give you redeemable villains. Ever. So I don't know what people are signing up for, but whatever, it's okay. Yeah. They're not subtle about it. And the tie to eugenics has always been here since the start of this game. Actually, I think someone asked me this question too, so I'm going to go on to a next topic. Evils which are resident, it's true. What was it? Okay, somebody asked, and this is a pretty long question, which I actually like. What are your thoughts on writing the Four Lords as villains, and what were the themes they were trying to convey? It seems like the game has presented the Lords' horrific actions as a result of human responses to personal injury, while holding self-evident, goddamn, I feel like I'm reading a political speech, that injustice done to oneself is not good cause to impose injustice onto others. Whoever wrote this, Shout out. That's really nicely written. Sorry, this is rambly. Don't be sorry. I just really love the way Resident Evil presents evil and morality. That was mine. No. Actually, you know what I just noticed? I thought it was you because of how you said Resident Evil. You said Res E with the strong E. I like that. I don't mind discussing these topics as long as, I guess, I won't discuss to the extent where I think it'll get uncomfortable for people. That's the main thing. Since I have been specifically asked, please don't discuss these topics as if they don't affect people, which is something I also had to face in my Detroit streams as well. So I don't mind as long as no one else minds. And if I have trodden on any toes, you're always free to hit me up and let me know if I've been an asshole. Hopefully not. But mainly, one of my yes, one of my main things I like about this game and about this series overall, I have been yelled at by Speedy. Hey, it's getting deep. But good morning. What time is it here? I heard that as good morning. One of my main things I like about this game, sorry, I'm just going to finish a thought before I forget it, is that it points out to us that evils are not just inherent things. And the thing is, a lot of people who treat evil as if it's this inherent concept, going to end up in the territory of vastly misunderstanding what it means to be a human. And I don't like the idea of evil is this kind of inherent concept, because that naturally links up to biological essentialism as well as a lot of racism and ableism as well. So what it is nice to acknowledge about this series is it always understands that evil is not born with, it's manufactured, or it festers in other places, or it's brought about by conflict and corruption and all these systemic issues that allow it to fester in our societies. And Resident Evil always identifies that problem, and without talking or without thinking too much about how you're born, which is something I really like about this, which is something that other media doesn't do very well, because other media is usually trying to raise the point that humanity is inherently doomed and humanity is inherently bad, and this is just what people do because they're bad. I like that Resident Evil never falls to the temptation of saying things like humans are inherently bad, because basically the only good thing about these games is that the humans are always good. Every one of our protagonists is burdened by, but in the process of doing something that is very humane, which is why I also like that Chris never loses sight of expendability, always grieves his teammates, always concerned with doing the right thing overall. So I really like that they take this angle, and in this game specifically, they've written really good villains that show that they have been through hardship, just like all of us have been through hardship. All of evil has started usually from hardship, self-imposed or otherwise, but it festers because of choices that are made thereafter. So no matter how much the game could justify, hey, Heisenberg went through a rough time, too bad he's making people machines now. We can't absolve him of that anymore. And then Lady D, oh, but her family, she had a disease. Yeah, and now she's eating people, so that doesn't justify it either. Most worldly evils come down to humanity issues and culture and entitlement and all of these things. So once you are able to identify that, then basically every theme in this game makes perfect sense. So it's very what was I talking about? It's very clear in this game that they're exploring what it means to be evil. And I like the thing I like about the other two lords is they both represent a different kind of less systemic evil to me. More of a vibe. A complacent evil versus a kind of ignorant evil. And they're both bad, but it does beg the question of what are you willing to put up with today? Not fucking this. Anyway, it's really good. And then it makes Ethan's actions more powerful as well, because he is opposing all of that evil because his priority is with his family, which I think is a very nice narrative to sell. And basically, all the Resident Evil games leave me feeling vaguely hopeful because they identify that the problems are not with people, but are with systems and structures. Even the fact that Chris Chris's backstory is that he didn't want to participate in the army anymore because he rejects their orders to, apparently it's implied that he rejects orders that would harm civilians. So he joins the army and then he's like, fuck that, took my skills and leaves. And that's all consistent throughout the game. Damn, we start with Leon as a cop and he learns that the whole system is corrupt. And then when he tries to leave, they recruit him into the government because his other option is dying. So it's very clear about where it stands on all these things, and it's very insightful, and it's an insight that I really wish people would catch on to because it's very telling about where we are currently. So yeah, Leon's life isn't even good. Nah, it's fucked. But that was with the BSAA. No, actually, that was with the actual U.S. Air Force. So that's how Chris learnt his skills at the Air Force, and then he leaves the Air Force, and then after that, because he's either leaves or they dismiss him. But either way, it's because he what's the word when you reject orders? He refused to follow orders, which is basically the tagline for Chris's entire, like, thing. AWOL, maybe? Probably leaves if he was... Oh, dishonorably discharged, yes. Insubordination is the word I was looking for, yeah. Yeah. He probably would have never got another job. And then he is picked up by Barry. The thing is that Barry picks him up for the stars, and then Chris goes to stars, and then he realizes that's fucked up as well, and then he leaves, and then he starts the BSAA, and then by the end of this game, he finds out that's fucked up as well. So basically, Chris keeps cycling through groups that he is hoping to bolster himself with and finding out that they are corrupt. Or maybe the moral of the story is that anytime anything gets to that kind of point of power, they need to sacrifice something, which usually is their morals. And it's just a very smart game. I feel like people very much underestimate how smart this game is. And it's a shame. It's a big shame. It is very much a cool, fun pew-pew game, but it's very good. And, of course, all of this is tied up in the fact that it's survival horror. So, like, surviving a day in this universe is, like... it is the horror, and it is the point. How horrifying it is to survive a day under the stress of all of these things. Which is something that I think is very relatable. You do see that with all the protagonists. They're all just trying to find something to latch onto to do some good before that they are taken down. And it's very bad. And I also like that all the villains in this game operate, I think I referred to it as like reverse Scooby-Doo logic. You know how like in Scooby-Doo when you find the villain, it's not a monster, it's a person. People are the real monster. In this game, it's like, it's a person, just fucking kidding, it's a monster. And I feel like it uses that like abstraction of monsters and like, you know, the horrifying, the body horror of it all. It's like, it's very telling of the kinds of evils that we're facing. Because I think that when you boils down to it, the evils that we're facing today are so huge and intense that basically the only way you can fathom them is they are a giant eyeball monster. I have never seen something more horrifying in my life. Even the fact that the games start with vaguely humanoid zombies and get more and more fucking horrible is bad. Yes, when you forget that the monsters are people, you become aware of the actual monsters. Yes, and I like that they represent I think I can't tell, but I like that they represent these concepts with like so basically if you're following like Resident Evil 2 for example, you see the zombies. If you understand that the zombies are victims and then you completely continue to go through it, the zombies are victims. Lickers get worse. The Birkin family, what the fuck? Tyrant, what the fuck? And then eventually you get to the end, and the Burke has like, it's all like mutated to such a phase that he's not even human anymore. And I think that's the main thing, is that the monster in this game isn't necessarily people, but it's the things that we do and the systems we create. It's all very good. I like how they use horror to represent this concept that is present in our everyday lives and will not stop being present because people can't stop focusing on their fucking anything. Indescribable horror of the world that we live in, and greed and corporate greed, all of that. It's all tied to the same corruption. And I like that in this game, it's exploring the historical roots of that corruption. That's the impression I got from the lords in this game. So, blah, 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 blah. Ugh. Hopefully that answers the question. Let's kill that Lady D. On the note. Thanks. I wanted to make a freaking video essay, but I struggle at making essays, so I just spitball to you guys. But I would like to, especially now seeing how poorly people are reading this game. Overall, I would probably like to say it. I can't. Oh, thanks. That's so nice. Jesus.
Seeking something in particular?
Thanks. I appreciate this. Thank you. I appreciate the encouragement. My other thing that I want to make is a freaking Redfield retrospective. There is an element of choice, and that's what's fucked up. Yeah. People need to stop. But it's funny though, because that happens in real life a lot. I won't go into it again, but like...
Please do take a look at my new stock.
It's very interesting to me because people will like say that, for example, compassion is like a universally...
I've procured some new items for you, Mr. Winters. A good deal, if I say so myself.
A lot of people will say that empathy is the like first step to humanity. I think that that's a pretty shallow take. I think that empathy can just as easily be commandeered for evil purposes. And that's something that I've only realized the more I grow up as well. And then like I think it's very effective to understand how quickly your empathy can be used against you. Like, hey, look, this monster has feelings too. Who fucking cares? I don't care if they have feelings. It actually makes it worse that they still continue to be evil if they have feelings and reasons. I have feelings and reasons, and I've never done anything fucked up like that. So it's crazy how quickly the wool is pulled over people's eyes by simple compassion. And I don't really like the angle that a lot of people take, which is that like empathy is inherently good. Empathy can be a weakness if you're not wary of it. And I say this as someone that's quite compassionate. It's very easy to have your compassion manipulated. So it's always better to be critical, I think, than compassionate. Rather, critical thinking is compassion. Which is why every Resident Evil protagonist is very smart. Because they're all much smarter than the people that roll up on the scene and decide, I want to be a god today. Well, fuck you, Wesker. I'm going to throw you into a volcano. How about that? I'm going to punch a boulder over your grave. How about you eat shit, you stupid shirtless bastard? Nobody is upset about Moreau being evil. I think he's just pathetic. Weird fish man. Oh, I get what you mean. In addition, if I wrote a essay, I'll start with the poem Vulture's poetry. What? I don't like the idea that... I think it's interesting, though, he is so easily manipulated by Heisenberg. Not even manipulated. Heisenberg's like, do this. And Moreau's like, okay. A lot of people have forgotten that this game all starts because they freaking partitioned a baby. And everyone's getting into the moral dilemma of like, well, what did they do actually? I'm like, they participated in the dismembering of a baby. How did you guys forget the whole baby dismemberment? Did you guys not get shocked into your freaking shitting your pants at that one? Like, it's the baby. The baby! How do you guys do it? I have no idea how to read that, but yes. I'm assuming I agree. It's just bizarre. The level of like mental juggling that has been to hell. You could say that they're all even evil just by merit of being freaking where they are in society. I don't think that's probably the take, but Resident Evil doesn't necessarily approve of the hierarchical approach to societal running. Yeah, exactly. She was commodified straight away, straight off the bat. She was reduced to limbs by this group of people that we are now debating the morality of. Trust me, they're all bad. Just trust me. No, I hope she wasn't aware. I hope they just turned her into a little crystal. 24. Yeah, it's a very good and a very scathing look. Nope, she was sleeping. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna hope that she was sleeping for Ethan's sake. And for Chris's sake. And I will think about Mia another day, but my whole qualm about all of this ties into my thoughts on Mia as well. Hey, Chris. Rose would have loved to play Fortnite. It's true. People sent love letters to actual serial. Yeah, yeah. It's very true. However, I hate it. Whimsy. Yeah, she hasn't. I had this vent last stream where she was yelling at Chris, and I was like, "Woman, you don't have no right to yell at Chris. This is." Rose would have. She's fine, is she? I feel like if Chris drank a tea with a tea bag in it, he'd eat the tea bag. Like it wouldn't even faze him. Man, not even that. The fact that, like, okay, I said this last stream, but the fact that she is technically the reason why Ethan was even in that house in Resident Evil 7. I would not want her as a protagonist just because I don't agree with her at all. And she is not in line at all according to these things with the usual protagonist vibes, which could be compelling, but I would also much prefer Rose. I put a foot back on backwards. Oh no. I feel like they did take her for experiments, but yes, consequences is all I'm asking for the future game. Consequences. All I'm asking for, and I don't think it's an accidental setup that it's her and Chris basically like mutually raising Rose when I don't think they would ever get along because they are so fundamentally different. I said this last stream, but it kind of bothers me that she offloaded all of that like blame to Chris and that Chris is in such a bad headspace at the moment that he takes it. I don't think that's fair at all. I think that it's pretty shit that like Chris answers for everyone else's mistakes. And it's I don't know if Mia's changed or if she's just managed to get away with her actions. It's weird to me that she's never taken accountability for any of it. And this game is very like heavy on the accountability concept. Or like just an acknowledgement of the fact that that wouldn't have happened if not for her. Like, if not for her secrets and her lying. They talk a lot about Chris's secrets and lying in this game. I'm like, whose secrets and lying led us into the position in the first place? So it's not a matter of like absolving one for the other. It's just like a it's just odd. It's just interesting setup, and I hope that they explore it in the next game. Rose not having Ethan to help raise her is a heavy blow. Whoa. Me is a good example of people that used to miss me. Yeah. And yes, exactly. So Mia is a part of basically the new Umbrella, and I feel like that's not something that the game would look over because it's very keenly aware of who the bad guys are, and usually it's the ones working for the villains. She's basically Wesker core at this stage, but she hasn't like done anything particularly overt yet, except for killing everybody in the Baker Mansion. And also, by extension, Chris's whole team, which I think is interesting. Is the new Umbrella ran by Chris? No. He was recruited for that one mission to help deal with the mold. but he was still working for the BSAA then. New Umbrella, Blue Umbrella, is like Umbrella is like, yay, we're good now, all good. See, look, we're ratifying our mistakes, and then like the connections are something, I don't know. We'll see. The connections involve Mia and Miranda, which is not a great combination. But I'm very curious about where they'll lead that, because I'm like, hey, so due to your negligent activity, not only did all of the bakers die, everyone on that ship died, the camera people that came to the house after, and all of the people they cannibalized died, but also Chris's entire team died, the one that he's still grieving in this game, which I didn't click about until later, but he's still in his grief jacket. So... He's wearing his grief jacket and he's on the cigarettes again, so I feel like he's still coping with the fact that his whole team was like brutally murdered in front of him. And as someone who was very like, who will pay for this? Who will answer for this? It just seems odd to me that like Mia is also set up by him at the same time. So it's like interesting. However, he is a systemic man. At least Zoe lived. Yes, at least 1 out of 30 lived. That's true. It's not even the personal thing. It's more of a systemic thing there. It's more of a holistic image. I just feel like it's odd. It would be odd if they just made her a victim of the situation, as opposed to part of the facilitating the situation. And will Chris debunk the BSAA? I feel like he's already kind of left them. That's what his new little covert wolf pack is about. So I'm imagining he smelt a rat and then left. I also think that Mia is very interesting. Yeah, generally only one person lives. Generally only ever one person lives. Ask Leon! Him and distantly Ada, maybe. Somewhere. Oh shit. Wait, let's try it one more time. Fuck. That's the thing, if he takes his own core group, he made the BSAA, which is why it would bloody suck if they're corrupt now. And I feel like Chris is like, he tried, and now they're corrupt as well. So as soon as anything gets big enough that he doesn't have distinct control over it, they start getting corrupt. So it's interesting. It's just like a dead end situation. Everything's working against him. And everyone that Chris represents. Yeah, there's a bit when Mia says like she's talking about a secret that she can't tell Ethan. I don't think that was about the mold. I think there's more to it. Basically, I don't care how sorry she feels or even what happens to her after, as long as there is like an actual acknowledgement of that fact, it'll be very interesting. And I don't think they would miss it, personally.
You've ruined everything!
I'm glad for it. It's what you deserve. Next time, share your wealth. And stop eating people. My cool knife. I thought she said, oh shit. She's fine.
Flesh and bones, I will devour all of you!
How did you voice act this? Wait, how would you voice act that? How do you, like, you would have to kind of be like, how? Maybe? He must have been fucking like raving in there. Like, that's crazy. Maybe they dropped him on a mat. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a good point. Actually, yeah, they do mocap now. He was probably voice acting while getting whisked around on a wire. He's wearing a wire. Office employee hitting him with sticks. I would join Capcom to hit the voice actors with sticks. I also hope they release that. God. Someone's home and they're probably just listening to me like, are you okay? Voice actors. Acting! It's good.
Looks like your outside matches your inside. Son of a witch.
He used all of his precious breaths for that. He tried so hard. And I'm proud of him. I'm proud of you, Chris is proud of you, presumably your wife is proud of you. One thing I like about Mia, and I said this last time though, she and Ethan both represent that, like, more personal view, family view. If you look at someone like Chris, his family comes first. You're cutting me off on my Chris thoughts, lady.
Too bad you'll pay for it with your life.
He's a family. Everyone in Resident Evil is very family oriented, and yet none of them get to sit down and like enjoy their family because they're too busy fighting crime and the forces of evil. Yeah. Chris in a Powerpuff Girls dress. Anyway, what? Wow, I just wiped myself out. Hi, Mr. Shuriken. Welcome. Was it the Powerpuff Girls dress comment? What gotcha? But what was I talking about? I like that Mia and Ethan, as opposed to all the other Resident Evil characters or the protagonists, they're kind of more along Leon's line, except like where like Leon kind of just wants a break. And I feel like Ethan, as soon as he gets his wife back, he's like, that's out of my hands now. Like the greater issue here. Basically, when Chris got through his traumatic experience, he was like, what the fuck? I need to get to the bottom of this. Someone needs to pay for this. I'm going to go to Europe and try and fight this evil and make sure it doesn't hurt anyone else. Ethan said, I tried to find my wife. I did find my wife. I'll save who I can reach, and then I'm gonna go and have a family. That's like something that's very unfamiliar for the whole like Resident Evil universe. And so like regardless of the situation they find themselves in, Ethan's going to go and try and go back to his happy little life prior. And I find it interesting that by extension of Ethan, Mia gets to also go back to a happy little life prior, regardless of the fact that she chose to sign up for her job. So like it's interesting, I guess, how Ethan's proximity to Mia has created like a situation where like a character finally gets to rest regardless of what they signed up for. So I find that quite interesting that they had the chance to have a family and then this kind of came back to bite them eventually, which is sad. And also the fact that regardless of all that, Chris helped them set it up. So it's not like it was like a, Ethan, you gotta join in now. It was like a, Ethan, no, stay the fuck out of this. Like, really, please. He's given the choice between saving his wife or saving the stranger who helped him survive in the household, and his canon choice is to choose his duplicitous wife. Of course, because he loves her so much. And even the start of this game, he is so in love with his wife that he's willing to put up with the fact that she's freaking scary and yelling at him and angry. He is a very interesting family-first character, for better or worse. Whereas, as opposed to Chris, who like loves his sister more than anything in the world and would save her, they have that in common, actually, because Chris also drops his mission to go and find Jill, if we're going to acknowledge Resident Evil 5, which we aren't. But if we did, he drops his mission to go and find Jill too, so they can relate in that sense. But, you know, who else was I going to choose, right? I went back and redid that whole game just so I could choose Zoe and see what happened. I thought it was going to have an alternate ending. I also love Ethan for that choice. It's very interesting having a more, it's not selfish, but it's like a less greater good kind of character. Anyone seen Midsummer? My baby daughter didn't try to eat you. Like, fucking weirdo. Cognitive dissonance of these characters, I swear. How dare you try to save your innocent daughter when you killed my guilty ones? Jeez. Big time problematic behavior, Ethan Winters. Yeah. Cool uncle. It is very cool in that sense. Yeah. And yeah, I like that Ethan, like even sends Chris back to save Zoe as well. So he's not completely like self-absorbed. He's still a big hero. He just has a focus. His focus is more personal than, say, for example, Chris's focus, which is more holistic. But neither of them are wrong for it. They're just trying to save as many or they're just trying to save people they care about. Chris has more of a have your cake, eat it too, hope I save everyone today. Nope, didn't happen. But like, you just save a lot of people. Just have different scopes. Both valid, both effective and ineffective in their own ways. It's good. It's a good exploration of action. Time to die. Alright. I like how you say die and then you die. That's really funny. You're welcome.
You'll never see your rose again. Succumb to your despair.
Ethan. You can tell when he's doing it, like, do I have all my limbs? Do I have all my limbs? Oh my god, I dropped my phone.
Curse you.
You're the one who's cursed.
Ethan points victoriously at a corpse. You're the one who's cursed. You hear that? No, because you're dead? Never mind. Good screams on Lady D. Indeed. She did good. And yeah, I love Ethan's vibes too. And I also love that there is a lot of crossover between him and Chris. It's not just like Chris is obsessed with the greater good and Ethan's obsessed with individual purposes. They both actually have very real approaches to both. Like, Chris might be on a mission, but he stops and drops his mission as soon as someone he cares about is like personally affected. He tries in this game to stop and drop and to like be the kind of character that's like, I don't care about the individual, gonna leave Ethan behind, but it doesn't work. So he also falls and succumbs to that, you know? It's like it's very interesting how there's a lot of crossover with Ethan and Chris. Even the fact that this game kind of follows a similar narrative structure to 5, except much better, as in the sense of like, 7 followed a similar narrative construction, whatever, to 5, in the sense of like, hey, my partner's been gone for 3 years, where are they now? You know what I mean? So all of that stuff, it's all very good. There is a lot of crossover in the Venn diagram between Chris and Ethan. Ethan also has big hero shit energy when he can see it and when he can help it. It's just that I feel like he is not given himself that responsibility the way that Chris has. Chris, like, I must do big hero shit. Something that is reflected very keenly in Claire as well. Hence why Claire immediately upon seeing Sherry is like, yeah, I'll adopt you. Hell, I'll die for you. I'd kill and die for you. Right now. As of meeting you right now, I will do whatever it takes to make sure you're safe. She's so good. I love Claire so much. God. They're so good. They're just supposed to give us a game with the freaking Claire and Chris have a chat, man. You know what I mean? Redfield sibling game, please. I have been nice all my life. Please give me a red field game. Ba-da-da-dum. Bump. 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 I can't hit that. Bump. 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 Where? Bump. Ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-dum. There you go. Boom. 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 Oh, God. Anyway. Okay. On that wonderful note, I feel like I've talked up a storm. I'm not going to finish yet. Like hell. I'm so fucking going. I need a pee. I actually straight up do. I'm gonna be right back. You guys are gonna stare at this little bottle. What's in the bottle? What's in the box? You know? What's in the box? I don't know. Something. We'll see. Be right back. You guys, in the meantime, one of my questions here is, oh shit, fuck, drop my headphones. What's those questions that I forgot what it was. Oh, if Ethan and Chris went on a road trip, what would be the song that both of them hate? Which song would both of them off-key sing along? One of my headcanons is that Chris can sing. Anyway, oh fuck shit, oh, I just knocked over my headphones. My microphone. Anyway, you guys can headcanon about that. Be right back. Residential. Keep on trying to hide it, but your friends know. Only put you in his hat. Oh, you, my only love it when you touch me, not feel me when I'm fucked up. That's the real me. Leon crying in his car to the weekends, the hills. Oh, God. Hi. Ethan knows all the lyrics to Chug Jug. I don't know what that is. Chris loves 80s rock ballads. Yeah, I feel like Chris would be turned, as they say, to like Aerosmith, you know? And like, not only, but like, I would lay away just to see you sleeping. Fucking one of those. And like really dramatic, yeah, ballads, 80s ballads. I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me, but like probably not singing them. I feel like the kinds of songs Chris would sing would be on the cusp of like Scream. Chris is hard into the Chili Peppers. Actually, on my Resident Evil playlist, one of the first songs is the Chili Peppers. I think, yeah, a more like reasonable Chris image is that Bob Dylan. Oh my god. You can't even hear anything he's saying. It's just... Chris is a guitarist, by the way, and I think that's... Well, he might be a guitarist, or he might just have a guitar at his desk at work. You know, one of those things. I mean, I have guitar, and I'm not a guitarist. I can play like 3 chords, More Than Words by Extreme, Stairway to Heaven, but only the first 3 notes. Tears in Heaven. Metal, old metal, so like Dante's music. I don't need any more crossovers in my life. Chris is a white guy with an acoustic guitar. You leave that last sentence out of there. You leave that last word out of there. You leave that hat out of there. If he had a fedora, you know he'd wear it like a king. He'd wear it like a gentleman, okay? This is a threat now. Goodness gracious. Chris has good taste in music. I feel like Chris would have part of Claire's taste in music, so he might not intend to, but he would know lyrics to boy band songs, and I also imagine Claire to be heavy into 90s rap. So, Leon does have fedora rights, and he made it look good. With his mobster outfit. Yeah! Woo! But yes, I feel like they would like Kings of Leon on that note. I wasn't actually thinking of Leon, but I've got the song that always reminds me of Road Trips is Manhattan by Kings of Leon, and I feel like both of them could yell scream that. I feel like Chris would have a wide range of random music, but like his own comfort songs are probably like just a few choice albums. Mountain Goats, hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm gonna look through songs that were like last year released. Both Chris and Ethan Shake Hands on Uptown Funk is one of the best songs of modern music, but we won't get into that, will we? What songs were released last year? Jesus. What were the number one songs of 2020? Number one. They would both probably like Dua Lipa. If you don't wanna see me, or like, how would they feel about Charlie Puth? I feel like Ethan might like Charlie Puth, but Chris would be like, he's a bit middle of the road, you know? He's alright. He'll do, I guess, if you must, in a pinch. Chris being like, yeah, if you're desperate. I feel like both of them would have slightly music elitist vibes, where they would probably hate, like, the song that I get music elitisty about, which is Meghan Trainor and Charlie Puth's Marvin Gaye. If you're gonna mention Marvin Gaye, at least have a good song. You can't mention Marvin Gaye and then have a shit song. In saying that, I think that both Chris and Ethan would appreciate Marvin Gaye and blues. It's Marvin Gaye and get it on. Shut up. God. Ethan would like the, all of the wedding Ed Sheeran songs. Perfect. You look perfect tonight. Thinking about the time when his wife didn't stab him or cut his arm off. You have the music reviewer for me? Is it Todd? I've been compared to Todd. I know Sarah basically Sarah has like referred to, there are like two YouTubers that I've been compared to and referred to. Todd in the Shadows and H Bomber Guy, which is a very I'm very flattered. But yeah. With like just a tinge of the unhinged BDG, but maybe that's just me. I identify with that that frenzy. Circles. Circles by Post Malone. I think Ethan would like that song. Chris might not mind it. Does Chris know the lyrics to Anaconda? He'd know the Sir Mix-a-Lot bit, I think, but not the Nicki bit. I think he'd start singing to the Sir Mix-a-Lot bit and then be like, oh, this isn't the song that I thought it was. And then let's see. Savage by Megan the Stallion. I was mixing that up with Gaga. Oh, they would both sing along to Shallow, I think. But not be able to hit the high note. I think they'd both sing along to that. In fact, I think that Chris's voice would be around that average mark of Bradley Cooper's voice, so that's, yeah. Say So by Doja Cat. I feel like Ethan would probably not, I feel like neither of them would be particularly fond of that song, but Mia would like it enough that Ethan knows all the words. Rockstar. Feeling like a rock star. Is that song? I don't know. Rain on Me by Lady Gaga. God damn, last year was slow for music, wasn't it? Does the Sisters Pack lunch have a hive mind? Stay posted. Last year was slow for everything. Good points. Say you won't let go. Oh no. I just dropped my phone twice. I don't even know what song you're referring to, but another song popped into my mind that I referred to. You know those sad songs that come out of like American or like British talent shows? Like Impossible by James Arthur and like and it's black. I don't know if that's the song you're referring to. To come around. Every time to see it, you don't have to be alone. Lord, yeah. Oh! Won't let you go. That one, that reminds me of Ethan, but it makes me sad, so let's not talk about it. Jesus Christ, I can imagine Ethan singing Obla Di Obla Da by the Beatles, if we want to go down that route. I found a piano cover of Yesterday that makes me want to vomit when I think of Ethan about it. I think he'd like all of the generic Ed Sheeran songs, but he'd probably hate Shape of You because who doesn't? Anyway, I'm kidding. I think Chris would like Ed Sheeran-ish. I think they would both like Hosier. I think Chris would like Hosier. Ethan would like the more like Irishy sounding music, and Chris would like the more like bluesy sounding music. So there we go. We end up in the middle. And I'm going to say that Chris, like all white dads, likes the Eagles and Pink Floyd and Metallica and Led Zeppelin. Oh, hey, Anais! Oh, and Daughter? Ethan might like... Mia would like Daughter. And like London Grammar. I feel like Mia would like Paramore as well. I feel like Mia would like who's the freaking Count Body's like sheep band? Mia would like some obscure shit, I feel, as well. And as well as like she goes like pop music, and then she goes like deep internet music, and it's very strange. Like Ethan walks into the house and she's like listening to like ambient industrial clanging, and he's like, okay, honey. System of a Down. Yeah. Man, they're like in our generation, man. Yeah, maybe Mia played Ocarina of Time. Trying to think of any other songs. I feel like Ethan would have a wide range of music. Though he has a preference for like, you know. What if he would like... He'd like Nina Simone. He would. Freaking, I forgot his name. Epic guitarist blues, man. I forgot his name. How did I forget his name? I should just run the hole. What kind of muso am I? Anyway, lots of music. Chris couldn't drop it low because he's got no ass. You don't have to have an ass to drop it low. You just have to have range of motion and a lot of spirit. Gosh. Chris can drop it low if he wants. He's table dance Chris. Don't you put limitations on this man. You can't tell him what to do. He will defy your authority. He will drop it so low and he'll wipe his ass on Wesker's desk. Ethan likes acoustic romantic music. I feel like Ethan would cry anytime he hears like anything remotely romantically like inclined. Anything that sounds like it could be a wedding song, I feel like he'd vomit. Oh, and like, you know the cover of why then say only fools rush in? What's the song? I can't help running on with you. That version that's in Crazy Rich Asians, he'd probably love that. Wow! Hey, Bible spoilers? I was getting around to reading that! My nana's gonna be so disappointed. God. Jesus dies? Chris drops it low like a squat. And at the last second, he just pops it out. And slow rise. He drops it low as a squat as a joke, and everyone's like, nah, Captain. And then he goes, BAM! Goes into the full table crawl. Drags himself across on his knees, and everyone's like, okay, sir. Haha, Captain. Okay, Captain, you're really good at this. Captain?
Looks like I'm getting out of this place.
You know what I love about this scene? Ethan's like, I'm out of here. Yay! I got this strange flask and I'm out of here. It's your baby. Oh, Zeke. So back when we were playing Resident Evil 1, one of my first headcanons about Chris was that he goes wild at Christmas parties. Like, if he's having fun and it's been a good year and they've sorted everything out and everyone's having a blast and no one's died, he's having a drink and he's dancing on a table. That's been one of my earliest headcanons about Chris Redfield. Oh, I know, he actually does drop the flask later and it's a bad time for all.
Rose.
Oh. I think that both Chris and Ethan would have very passionate opinions about Celine Dion being underrated as a musician. Am I just offloading all of my thoughts and opinions? Maybe. Ethan thinks Nickelback is cringe, but Chris... Exactly! Exactly! Chris defending the rights of Nickelback to have decent songs. Chris like driving the car like, did you hear Saving Me? That song was just that, you know? God, did you see the video clip? Cried for days. And a part of me is dead and in the ground. Which one of the like Fall Out Boy brand bands would be their favorites? I feel like Chris wouldn't have favor for that little branch of music. That like punk rock. Maybe Chris would have strong opinions about that. Punk Goes Pop albums make him mad. You took away all the heart of it. They're not even playing their instruments right. Oh my god, he would love Santana. Yeah, Chris would love Carlos Santana. Carlos. Chris also loves Carlos Santana. Oh my god, you know what song gives me the dies? I forgot. Fuck. Ethan was a fun... Oh my gosh. Oh my god, he does have fun vibes. Not fun like fun, but like... Yeah, you know what I mean. Meaning in my search. Creed? Oh my god. Oh, sorry. Creed is actually on my my Resident Evil playlist as well because it reminds me of Chris. With arms... Don't relate with arms wide open. Oh no! Ethan is just with arms wide open by Creed! Oh no! He's just with arms wide open! Oh no! Oh no! I am in agony. I'm despairing. Into the Night. You're talking about Into the Night. That's a bop. That's a good song. Yeah, I'll try and think about it instead of With Arms Wide Open. Let's look up the lyrics. That open into... You know what I... Oh, you know what's fucked up about this song? It could just as much be about Ethan and Rose as it is about Chris and Claire. I don't know if I'm ready to be the man I have to be. I'll take a breath. I'll take her by my side. We stand in awe. This is about the wife, obviously, so that's awkward. So, but like, we won't talk about that bit. But I'm going to shit everywhere. Phone's gone. We've had enough of music. It's gonna die. It's dying time now. I have humbled myself into silence. I think that Claire would like Naughty by Nature, and Bone Thugs and Harmony, and Criss Cross, and Salt and Pepper. I think she'd love all of them. And she'd be right. I think Claire and Carlos would have very similar taste in music. I think Leon would be the most likely to listen to like music in languages he doesn't understand. So what I'm saying is Leon's our most likely K-pop stan. But he wouldn't like BTS. He would be into other bands. BTS too mainstream. Leon's trying to play it cool. His FT Island. And his CN Blue. Ugh. I had questions! Oh yeah, he was playing his own damn theme song in Resident Evil 2. In his Hot Wheels Jeep. Oh my gosh! I looked up Chris Redfield's car today. So in the novella that comes before Resident Evil 1, he has a car in it, yeah? Whoa, Chris can drive, unlike you, Leon. But anyway, Leon! I need to show you this car, because I was like, what kind of car would Chris Redfield drive? Hey, that's interesting. I'm getting it. So imagine, so Resident Evil 1, the story that takes place prior to it, has Chris basically get a call from a friend, and he has to go and meet up with that friend who is trying to tell him some secret about the company that he's working for. And he drives away in his car to the forest where he is encountered by, like, monsters and stuff and problems and such. Now, when I imagined that in my mind, I was expecting like a brown car with, like, I don't know, you know, like essentials basically, because it's not implied that he lives a very lavish life. No, this is the car he's driving. This is the car he's driving. It's a fucking sports convertible. I just send you guys the. It's such a flashy car, and it's like it reads as if he didn't have curtains in his apartment, but he got like this flashy ass car that he drives and gets like has a gun in the glove box, and I'm like one of my favorite lines about like. He's like 20 something at the time that he's having this midlife crisis. But then again, he has lived a very sad life prior to his 20s. So I guess your midlife crisis gets brought forward. So, one of my favorite things as well is that Chris one of the lines they put in is like Chris talks about how he is surrounded by. It specifically says something like female fans, like they wrote fans, and then at the last second they added female fans. And I was like, he's like he had a dream or something that he's a rock star and he's surrounded by female fans, and I was like, you wrote fans and then you had to make sure it didn't sound gay, so you added female. Like, fucking weird. We all look at Chris, we can tell it's okay, like, come on. Just the way they wrote it, I was like, oh, this was so written in the 90s, trying to make him come across like this cool guy, this cool, like, freaking, it's just funny. It's the same optics that Dante gets. Like, oh yeah, this guy pulls. Yeah, well, maybe. I don't think who you think, but, you know, something's happening. For sure. Fish! Fucking stabbing fish! Can you please? Did they swim away? Why can't I stab fish? Come on. Did I get that other fish? I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be making this traumatic for you, but, you know, everybody goes through it. Did I just hit this other fish? Oh, I'm diving. What if I sneak up on them? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, piece of shit. How am I? Okay, good. Nice, we did it. You proud of me, Chris? I did get one. Hiya! Not just a word. One of my favorite Chris Redfield moments is literally, it's in the only reason I would recommend watching the Revelations playthroughs is that moment when Jessica is all like, Chris! And he's like, gah! Anyway, mission! I'm like, oh yeah. That's a guy that's very interested, for sure. That's an interested man. Okay, knife is overrated. Shotgun. Maybe I didn't need shotgun. Maybe just regular gun. Okay, thanks. What nicknames would Chris have for baby Rose? I don't know, Satan! Which ones would he? I don't know, you tell me! Little snot. I'm just getting past the feelings we had earlier. Do you mind? Why are my lights so bright when my future is so bleak? Hey, we have questions. Chris and Ethan's favorite breakfast foods. Little pumpkin? I want to puke. That's so cute. What if he calls her like mushroom? Because she's a mold baby. He wouldn't. That'd make him mad and sad. Oh, whimsy. Whimsy! Why is everyone here to hurt me? Even my new viewers pop in and hurt me. Sweet pea, yelly belly. Tyke and ragamuffin. That's cute. That's cute. Yeah. 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 Honestly, probably keeping it at... Oh, man. Keeping it at Rose so as not to get attached makes me want to throw down with my newest followers. It's on, Donkey Kong. Hey, Little Miss Winters? How cute. Like Little Miss Sunshine, but it's cold. So it's winter. What about Snowflake? Hey, if Snowflake weren't commandeered by like idiots online, that'd be a cute nickname. Cause Snow, she just calls her package like he did at the start of the game. Package secured.
Together as one in reverence. We call on thee within the
Rosy
endless
bean.
dark.
Rosebud.
Deliver us into fate's
I was reading Rosemary's Baby, which is completely unrelated, by the way. I don't even want to bring that movie up around Rose, but I was reading the synopsis today,
and await the light.
and I was like, oh yeah, wait, Rosemary's the sled, right? Wait, wrong movie.
Glory, Mother
Jellybean is a cute name for a baby. Rose walks in and Chris is playfully like, ooh, just got a lot cooler in here, didn't it?
Together as one in reverence. We call on thee within the endless dark.
Chris walks in and she walks in and he's like, ooh, gotta chill. Anyway, that's if Chris ever learns how to laugh again after this game.
Rises on black wings, so we make the sound
Can you not pray in your head?
and await the light at the end. As the midnight moon rises on black wings, we await the light at the end. In life and in death, glory to Mother Miranda.
Hey, remember me? I almost died up at that castle. Tell me, what is going on around here?
How can a man be almost dead?
Sucks.
That's a question for the wise.
You know what I mean. And I still haven't found Rose. Where did Mother Miranda take her?
You're too late! Or maybe almost too late. The child will be sacrificed.
Ha ha ha! You're so funny, Miranda! You know what I love? I said this yesterday, but you guys weren't here. I was saying this... I was actually just saying this to Sarah and Rome, actually. I said that it's nice, too, that, like, sometimes when in games or whatever, they, like, introduce a villain in the final scene, and it's like, oh, it would have been nice if we had more time to build them up. Like, but I actually like that technically Miranda's been here facilitating everything. It's kind of like she's just moving Ethan around and like guiding him on where to go. So she's basically in the whole plot. It's really good that like she's revealed at the end, and then it's like, oh, she's been here this whole time. Actually I've been here the whole time, asshole. So that's good. It's very effective. She's kind of controlling everything that happens too. And yeah, she is praying to herself. Conceited, narcissistic,
Life for life.
butthole.
What kind of sick medieval shit is this?
Yeah, right.
She's just a baby.
She's just a baby. He said that was. She's just a baby. She's just a baby.
The crests of the 4 bloodlines may open the path you seek.
Will you please stop talking in riddles? I just want to find my daughter.
It's only a riddle if you don't know the answer.
Yeah.
Wait a second. That looks familiar. Hey, wait!
I feel like she wants him to go through it. For whatever reason. We'll unpack that later. Hey, somebody else. Actually, let's dig into Miranda and her influence on the village. You know what? I should probably wrap up this stream soon, and that's a big question. Maybe I won't field that one just now. I think I'll go into the more like more superficial questions until next stream, which we'll probably have another one. I wonder if I keep getting questions. I still have stuff to talk about, but it's been I like replaying this game, even at this very like snail's pace that I'm currently playing it at. Maybe she's leading him along because he's, I don't know, because he's special. Hey, these are cool, these little shrines. It's kind of hard not to talk about Miranda. Heisenberg said something about she wanted to test Ethan to see if he's strong enough to be part of the family. Oh yeah, that's it. Guess what? He's not only strong enough to be part of the family, he's strong enough to kill the family. Ha. Sucked in. Bet you didn't see that coming. Surprise, bitch. Heisenberg said something, and that was his first mistake. Shut the fuck up. He actually said shut the fuck up. God, I've put myself in a corner. Let's see. Let's go winged key, shall we? Chin hands and kicks legs. I wonder who asked this question. Do you think Ethan gives good hugs? Yes. Because he's Ethan. I feel like if he hugs you, it'd have to be for a substantial reason. Your reason for hugging. But, I feel like it'd be I would hug Ethan. Mainly just because he's Ethan. Better yet than Ethan giving a good hug. I think he'd be good to hug. Iron Mountain. Clever. Because it's iron. That's funny. That's good. Variation on Eisenberg, which means Iron Mountain. That's so fair. Let's talk about who would give good hugs. Yes, Carlos would give amazing hugs. Amazing hugs. Oh, Ethan stinky? No, Ethan, don't be stinky. like blue cheese. Not quite. Blue cheese is quite an aroma. So yeah, just slightly wet clothes smell. Just when you get really close to him, like Chris goes to hug and congratulate him on the baby, and he's like, anyway, I feel like Chris would make sure he smells nice, because to make up for all the times when he like very much doesn't smell nice. He seems like a man who is like crisp about his hygiene in general. Have you seen his coat? Ethan strikes me as a soft hugger. Yeah. Awkward. He seems like someone who would be awkward about hugging too. Amazing hugs from your boy Carlos. Chris having a light bulb moment, like, oh, okay. Leon gives awkward hugs. Yeah. I feel like the most awkward hug in the world would be like Ada and Leon and Ethan, like that group hug. That would be a very awful group hug to be in the middle of. Ada being like, yuck, and Leon being like, I have physical affection to give, but all of a sudden I don't know how to control my limbs. Can someone hug me? Can you guys start? And Ethan just standing there with his whatever limb has been cut off. Well, it's too late, he's dead. Hey! He's needing hugs. Yeah, it's fair. Chris would give impeccable hugs. Claire would give amazing hugs. Carlos would give amazing hugs. Sherry, I feel like would be halfway. Like a decent hug, but also kind of like a quick one. Like, here you go. Anyway, like done quick. And Jake, I imagine to be quite like, if he does give you a hug, it's going to be one of those like freaking needy hugs. One of those like, you've overstayed your welcome. But yeah, I feel like once Jake learns how to cuddle, he just won't stop. You're telling me I'm allowed to cuddle? Okay! And then just like latched onto you like a freaking koala forever. Yeah, Zeke, exactly. I feel like Leon and Ada are like intent. Follow through? No one said there'd be follow through. Ada does a kickflip and leaves. Gosh. Alright, everyone's so messy. And Jill, fear of commitment, yeah. I personally like their ship just being like not quite a ship. They're just like constantly circling and flirting, and then like nothing happens. Like even if either of them like committed elsewhere, they would still have that same dynamic. What was I saying? And Jill, I imagine to give a good hug, but only when necessary. Like she'd have like a firm hug, almost like aggressively. I feel like Chris can tone down his hugs to a more warm hug, but I feel like Jill only hugs you to be like, scat! Like if she hugged Carlos around the waist, Carlos would be like, Jesus Christ! Jill accidentally bruises your arm. Yeah, but you feel loved. You feel like full on loved.
Is this?
You feel kind of scared loved, I feel like is the vibe you'd get if Jill hugged you. Oh, interesting. Hey, you should watch Operation Javier, by the way. Not for Ada reasons, just for other reasons. Ooh. I bet your mom ain't good looking, 'cause you sure look good to me. My attention, oh, I just took it. Fine thing that I have seen. Aww, big monster rose giving the hug. She was a female dilf. Off a dilf. Nobody in the club dropping it low like the way that you do. Come sing, damn girl, breaking down for me. Take it nice and slow, let me work. Actually, I lied. One of the only fics I read last year was nothing. Was unfinished. I freaking shat myself. Agony. I started reading a fic last year that I didn't realize had not been updated for 3 years, and I ended a chilf. So true. Yeah, I ended on such a sour note. There was so much intrigue, so much potential. It's fine. Just back it up. Oh, me girl. Right now. It's true. Can you imagine dropping down, having a big scream, and then some little like moldy bread man just like shoot you in the face mid-war cry? I'd be so offended. I'd be like really upset. I'd be so embarrassed. I would not want to regenerate. If I regenerated, it'd just be like to throw myself into the river. Jesus. Like, it's one thing to be killed by, like, Chris Redfield. Another thing entirely to be killed by Ethan. Moldy mayo bread man. Oh gosh. We're dialing up the weight here. Is this breakable? Incomplete. Chris and Ethan's favorite breakfast foods, by the way. I think that Chris would like... Ethan is a little IT guy. He mustn't have ever been sick. He's just like, oh good, I'm bleeding blood for sure. If anyone in Resident Evil were gonna kill me, I feel like I'd want Ethan to. I wouldn't want Ethan to. I'd want it to be someone like Krauser. It's because Krauser doesn't feel pain. Not anymore. I don't want him to feel bad. Ethan would hurt. You want Carlos to kill you? Why? I don't want to be famous. You want to die to a boss. That's fair. I want Chris to kill me so that the vision of my death would never leave his mind. He'll always be thinking about me. I just think that's neat. I think I'd want Jill Valentine to shoot me. I think I'd want Ada to kill me. If I had to... Yeah, Ada. She wouldn't feel too much about it. But what a way to go, you know? I don't want to die to Wesker. He's annoying. I don't want someone giving a louder speech than me as I go out. You're too pitiful to... Oh, come on, man. Live a little. Dream big. You can do it. You can do it. Trust me. I want to give a dramatic speech before I go. So, not Wesker. I maybe want a knife fight. I'd die to a lichen within 3 minutes. Hell, I would have probably slipped in the snow. Just suffocated in a pile of rocks. If Ada killed me, it'd have to be important, right? It's like an ego boost as you go. Also, she'd probably do something cool. Like, she'd, like, kick really high. And I just think that'd be cool. Yeah. How do you feel of the whole origin of Umbrella angle? I think it's cool. I haven't really thought about it too much, but it's cool. I guess considering all the evils are here, it's like, haha, and it is the birthplace of modern big pharma that corrupted everything. I think that's pretty cool. Ethan dies in the snow. Aww. His hypothermia. What's up? You feeling right? I like how none of us chose Chris to be our demise. I just don't want him feeling bad. He's got enough blood in his hands. It's like, no, allow me. Is this convoy dark? No, it's fine. Chris has killed enough. That's enough, Chris.
There you are. I had a feeling you would pop up here.
Aye, aye.
It was all worthless.
Is that so? I assume you've picked up something of value.
Yeah.
Not sure if it's of value, but...
Why, you have your daughter right in your own hands.
I can't believe how effective this scene was. You know what? This whole game I was waiting. I was like, okay, we're going to be hunting, like trying to find Rose. And this whole time I was like, so we will be trying to find our fully formed baby Rose. I'll keep an ear out for like baby cries and stuff. I was so ready for this game to just be like, find your baby and then retrieve your baby. This angle completely threw me and all of my expectations in such a way. And it was so effectively done and really well paced as well. They didn't show us too early that we didn't have the revelation. They didn't show us too late that it was like, what? It's just like, fuck. All of the above, just blown out of the water. Nothing left.
What are you saying?
It's so sickening as well. Oh, it just makes my stomach turn. It's so bad. And Ethan's reaction to it. Ooh.
Take a closer look.
And the fact that, oh, it's so bad. It makes me feel sick even now. Even replaying it, it's just so like, oh, yuck.
That flask seems to contain her head.
And his acting's so good. How do you get so much character out of just camera angles and hands? It's so good. Yeah, I know. I'm so glad it didn't break there. Knowing afterwards. Oh. Roll credits. Goddamn.
No. What?
Roses.
Don't say another word! This is impossible! This just can't be!
Your daughter's essence is still intact. Her powers are truly unique.
Powers.
Who could even do this?
His little whimpers. I want to die. I want to perish. Every time he does this little, you know, like I said during DMC4, that every time Nero like whimper cries, it makes me want to just like KO and sleep for 5 days. Ethan is like that for the whole game. For the whole game. Thanks, Evchamroth. I love Ethan so much.
She can be saved, you know.
Saved? From this? Are you insane?
There's a house with a red chimney on the western side of the village. Go and seek out the man who lives there. Then we can continue our conversation.
Quit holding out and get to the damn point.
You don't have to trust my words. But do you have any better options? Your choice. The customer is always right. After all.
And the fucking reveal of the fetus thing and the Eve as well. It's so good. This game was so good. Everything they did was so detail oriented, and it's good because it's taken all of that emotional intelligence and that like potential that all the rest of the games had, and it's just like fully realized it. They did so good with this game. I just want to go through the Capcom headquarters and shake everyone's hands. Shout them all some lunch. Shout you all. So what do you like? Pizza? Spaghetti? I can't think of any other foods. I can't think of any other foods ever. It's literally pizza, spaghetti, and beef stroganoff. I can't think of any other kind of food. Tacos. Tacos came to mind. There we go. Oh god, I gotta go with pizza. Anyway. It just fucking sucks. This game's really good. I'm still processing
Prepare
that.
you if I find out this is a lie.
And he's so growly.
Fucking Joker.
Fucking Joker. Fucking Joker, he says. Fucking Joker. He's so good. He's so good. He's so good. This game's so good. Has so much respect for us as readers, and has so much respect for its characters, has so much respect for its own story, has so much love for the franchise. gives you enough to work with while implying other stuff, has replay value because watching this all back, it's just enhancing the vision of this whole fucking story. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I'm amazed by this game. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculously good. It's crazy good. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. I don't even know what to do about it. I feel like so glad to be playing this game. It feels like a blessing. You know, like this is gonna be a game that like lasts. And that's really exciting to think. Like, you know when you play those groundbreaking games when you were like younger and you like know it's gonna be special? It's kinda like when I played Breath of the Wild, I was like, oh, it's gonna be a special game. It's like, yeah, it's just special games. It's just special. It's just a special game. It's just really good. It's just really immaculately done. They mastered the tone really well too. It's dark, but it's not like too like dreary. It's heavy, but it doesn't like stay too long in being heavy. It doesn't overstay its welcome in any of the moods that it's giving you. It's just a very intelligent game. Intelligently written. Overall. Now, on the topic of Chris and Ethan's favorite breakfast foods, I should probably turn it in for today. And you're this thanks! Shankster! Oh god, Shank, how you going? How you feeling? I was just about to leave. Oh, thanks, Anais. I'm glad. It is really grabbing at the heart. I think they've done such a good job with this game with emotional resonance. Shank just finished the game. So everybody, we are welcoming Shank into our little hand-holding circle. Maybe not hand-holding. How about arm-linking circle? And just Shank!
Nice.
Thank you! Thank you for the sub. And for the Chris. And yeah. After I finished the game for the first time, I literally... I sat in my room for a bit and just like... zoned. I just sat there. So you keep marinating, Shank, but you come in at a good time, pardon me, because I'm just talking about how impressively managed this game was and how good it was overall.
Nice.
Thank you again. Yeah, Whimsy's a new follower and is right on the level, right on the same level that like all the big brains here. This game is amazing. It's good. And congratulations on the gift sub, Whimsy. And thank you, Shank, again. This game is blank is basically, yeah, that's how I feel too. It was definitely something I'm gonna remember. This game is loud sobbing noise. Definitely something I'm gonna remember. On that note though, on the note of nothing but praise for this game and this gaming experience, Jesus, I am going to call it in. So I'm going to go to the roll credits now. Hopefully someone is present to roll the credits. Oh, to the wrong screen. Now we're back here. It's a roll credits time. We're going to roll the credits. Are we? I can roll the credits myself. I'll just need to find the credits so I can roll them. The credits are rolling. Thank you. So, this game, this experience, this nightmare, but this dream. It's such a good game. Everything about it's so nice and good. It's very good. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you to the new followers today, who is Mr. Shuriken, Michaela, and Whimsy. Thank you to subscribers, Libra, Anais, and Whimsy again. And thank you, Shank, for the gift subscriptions. And thank you, Roman and Sarah, as always. And also, feel free to... feel free to join the Discord server if you would like. We have the regular Resident Evil channel, and then we have Stream Spoilers channel for anyone who has finished this game and is going through it. Yeah. So, thank you all for coming. I'm a peace out, and find something to eat. Feel free to leave more questions, by the way, because I'm going to have to do another one because I didn't answer a few quite intense questions. So we'll see. We do have the Stavante emote. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good one. All the best. Oh, I should relieve the form, right? The form. Oh, it's fine. If you want the form, I'll leave the form. I should leave the form. Where is the form? Show me the form. Where is the form? I don't know where the form is. Bum-ba-da-bum-ba-dum-bum. Where's the form? Where's the form? Sorry, looking for the form. Probably everyone's gone already. That's okay. It's okay anyway. I'll just leave the form anyway in case anyone is watching the VOD and wants to ask some questions. Who knows? I don't. Thank you, my friends. The song is still good. Oh, you finally... Okay. I was just about to get there. You beat me! But thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for sticking around for the answers. And thank you for your feedback. I appreciate it. So, all the best. All the best. See you later. Bye!